one match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
Welcome to Huntsville, where the skies are clear, the weather's chilly, but the action inside the Von Braun Center is getting hotter. Welcome everyone to the 2013 Alabama High School Athletic Association State Wrestling Championships on AHSAA Network with Cliff Pate and Don Hines. I'm Graham Dunn. Welcome in everyone as we're glad to bring you what should be a very exciting day of wrestling. Cliff, a lot of familiar faces this year in the finals, including one in 5A. He's going to try to add to his state record number of wins, and that's Brandon Womack of Scottsboro.
Brandon's a fantastic wrestler. I think he's, national record holder, state record holder for wins, tons of pins, and probably going to pick up his 5th this year as a junior and look for his 6th next year as a senior.
Don, meanwhile, in the team standings, we had a little bit of separation in this preliminary in the consolation this morning, particularly in 1A, 4A. We may have a new state champion. In fact, a team that has never won the state championship in St. James.
Never has, and I don't think they've had the program that long either. That's what's so great about it. They got a chance of winning this 1A through 4A. They got 103 points going in. Second place is Tallahassee with 83. St. James has got 4 in the finals, and Tallahassee's got 3.
And there's a couple of matchups between those two teams in the finals, and we'll get to those as we get closer to those matches. In the meantime, 5A, a very close race.
5A, of course, has ARAB 124 points coming in. Scottsboro 115, south side of Gaston 97. ARAB's got 5 in the finals. Scottsboro's got 7. They brought 7 here, and they got all 7 of them in the finals.
That's pretty strong.
Pretty
and then
strong.
Thompson won it last year, trying to hold off Vestavia, who had a good morning.
Vestavia had a great morning. Matter of fact, Thompson's got 187.5, Vestavia 179. But the real story is Thompson has 7 in the finals, Vestavia has 3. So I think we can just about call 1A through 4A St. James and Thompson in 6A.
A lot of interesting stories, and we'll get to them as we go through the day. Again, we've got 3 matches going on at once. You'll hear our PA announcer, Matthew Schmitz. He'll be introducing our championship contenders, and that's what he's doing right now. He's introducing several of those that are on the mat currently, and let's go to him.
Officials, are you ready? Wrestlers, are you ready? Fans, are you ready? Let's wrestle!
We are underway. The first matches in the 106-pound category. Got a couple of state champion, defending state champions, in particular one on 5A with Shankles taking on Tenney.
Yeah, Shankles is 10th grader, 61-11 on the season, 45 by pin. Excellent wrestler, younger brother of another fantastic Scottsboro wrestler as well, as he scores the early takedown there on Tenney.
And we'll try to ID these guys as we go along, as Shankles is in the gold, and he's got the advantage right now.
Yeah, he's got the cradle locked up. Scoring back points early here in this match.
And we need to remember one thing, that an individual wrestler can pick up as many as 6 points for his team if he gets a pin.
Yeah, this would be a big start for Scottsboro to close that gap on ARAB.
Right.
Again, Shankles in the gold, defending champion. We got a couple of defending champions going at it as well over on 1A, 4A, as Van Alst from Catholic trying to win his 2nd consecutive championship. We'll try to keep you up to date on that one as well. Right now, that one is scoreless.
And those are 2 young boys. One's a 7th grader and the other's an 8th grader. But that's amazing. They're coming in here. One won it last year as a 7th grader. Now he's trying to get it as an 8th grader.
Matt King, the opponent,
right
out of Walter Welberg. Meanwhile, close to a pin on the 5A mat, Shankles trying to get that final shoulder down.
Tenney finally got out of the cradle there, but Scottsboro is a big cradle team. You see that from them a lot. in these matches, those 7 finalists they've got.
Their coach has always taught that cradle. He's big on that. He's a good
yeah.
coach, too.
Yeah, they've pinned us many times in that.
Yeah. Real good.
They'll go 3 periods, each 2 minutes. If needed be, they will have an overtime. And we will try to keep you up to date again as all 3 of these mats in action, and hopefully you'll get a chance to get a look at each one of them. We haven't really mentioned on 6A, a couple of top wrestlers there in Price and Williamson. They're going at it right now. A slight advantage, I believe, for Williamson.
Yeah, Williamson's an 8th grader from Hewitt-Trussville. He's in the silver and red. Thompson's Riley Pike in black. Pike's just a freshman.
There's Thompson trying to win a 2nd consecutive state championship. Last year, Don, we were here. We walked in on Saturday morning. Thompson practically had won it already.
Yeah.
But this is not the same case this year, although they're comfortably in front as we move over to 1A, 4A.
Right.
Again, Von Alst and King on the mat, 106 pound. And they are in the 2nd period.
Yeah, King is there in the black with the stripe from Welborn. Van Alst with the blue, black with the blue stripe.
Van Alst with the lead right now, 4-0.
Just a little trivia here on 1A through 4A. King is the young boy, the 7th grader. His daddy named him Matt King.
I wonder why.
Yeah, his daddy wrestled too.
There's about 1 minute left in each of these 2nd periods. And on the 6A mat, Williamson starting to pull away a little bit, now up 4-0.
Right.
Meanwhile, a 5-0 lead for Shankles in the 5A match. And as we mentioned, Van Alst has a 4-0 advantage over King.
They're looking at Pike here, trying to sit out, hit a switch, something. He's a nifty little wrestler. He was at Pelham last year. His dad is an assistant coach, and they both moved to Thompson this year. He knows it all over there, so he got a chance to come back even though he's down 4.
Meanwhile, Shankles once again trying to go for a pin. And Tenney doesn't look very comfortable right now. Still no pin, but Shankles is close.
As an official, he's trying to look in there to see where that other shoulder's at. You can see the outside shoulder. You can tell he's pinned there, but his inside shoulder's up.
15 seconds left on the clock. 10 seconds.
Yeah, Shankles is going to hold that till the time runs out. He needs to get that bottom knee in the hip a little more, push those hips away, and he can flatten him out some.
Meanwhile, Van Alst has pulled out now a 10-2 lead. As they're still in the 2nd period, about 30 seconds left. 8-0 now, Shankles on top. And they'll start the 3rd and final period. As we switch back over to 6A, Williamson and Pike still going at it, and still a Williamson lead.
Yeah, Pike's in a bad position here. He's going to try to roll through. Williamson's maintaining some control, though. Only 7 seconds left on the clock, so he's got to go quickly here. Coach is asking for the 2. Coach Wilson's going to go to the table and see if he can get the 2 for Pike.
In the meantime, back to the middle mat, 5A. And now Tenney with a little bit of an advantage here, Don.
Yeah, he's taking over.
He still hasn't scored is the only problem. He's now down 8-0.
Yeah, he's running out of time, too. Just a little over a minute to go. But he's wrestling good.
Again, Van Alst on the 1A, 4A mat, still in control, 10-2 as they start the 3rd period. Van Alst just an 8th grader, King a 7th grader. Again, that's at the bottom of your screen, the 1A, 4A match. 106, all of these 106.
These kids grow up so fast anymore, and they're so big. It's most of the time you're going to have 7th and 8th graders in there. And, of course, in my day, you couldn't wrestle on varsity when you was in the 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah, times have changed.
Yeah, they allow them to do it now.
Of course, think it's a good thing.
Yeah,
you start them
absolutely.
early.
Absolutely. So I know this King boy's been wrestling since he's 3 or 4 years old. I know his daddy real well.
You don't just mean his brothers in the den. You're talking about
right.
actual competition.
That's right. Taking him everywhere.
Meanwhile, back on the middle mat, 5A, Tenney doing everything he can to make up some ground here, but he still trails 8-0 to the defending champion Shankles. And then over on the 6A mat, same scores we had before, 4-0, with Williamson on top. And I believe we just got our first pin of the day. Or is that just the end of the period?
That's the end of the period.
End of the period, and that's the end of the match.
Yeah.
So Shankles gets the championship. Eric Shankles, the winner for the second year in a row in 106 Class 5A. Two other matches still going on either side of us here, 6A and 1A, 4A, and not much change in either one of them.
Yeah, Pike's on top there. He's got a leg in. Down 4, he's got to have some back points or a pin here.
And you can tell us how quickly you can make up 4 points. It can happen.
It can happen real quick.
Definitely. 43 seconds left in this match.
Again, Thompson going for the third consecutive state championship. And they're in pretty good shape. They have, I believe, Don, you said 7 wrestlers in this final, while the second place Vestavia just with 3, but it would help them if they could get a victory here.
Absolutely. And as I said, you can pick up as much as 6 points if an individual should happen to pin his opponent.
Score still 4-0. Meanwhile, the 106 1A 4A is complete, and Van Alst is going to repeat.
Right.
So both of the defending champions repeated at 106 to start off.
Zach Van Alst, just an 8th grader. We'll be calling his name for the next couple of years. So we shift back to 6A, and that one is over. And another state champion.
Heath Williamson of Hewitt-Trussville puts him at 50-1 on the season. What a great season for just an 8th grader.
So the youngsters are in control here in this first set of matches. So congratulations to Williamson, Shankles, and Van Alst, state champions in the 106-pound category. We will move immediately to the 113-pound category, and we'll allow our public address announcer, Matthew Schmitz, to make the introductions.
In 6A, with 40 wins, 3 losses, out of Oxford High School, William Huntville. With 19 wins, 1 loss, 12 pin, a sophomore from Vestavia Hills, Josh Rogers. In 5A, he is the returning champion at 113. He had first been in the 2012 state championship with 47 wins, 12 losses, 35 pin. Titus Williams. With 62 wins and 12 losses, a freshman from Arab High School, Nick Taylor. He was the 2010 103 champ with 36 wins and 5 losses, a senior from Susanthorpe, Top System. And with 71 wins,
1A, 4A, 3.
2 pins, he is a 2-time winner.
Far right.
A senior from Weaver High School, Christian Cortez.
He did that.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's wrestle.
All right, we're underway. The second set of matches, the 113-pound weight class. Interesting in 5A, Titus Worthen, Nick Cater. Worthen, the defending champion, he's a senior. Cater, the freshman. Any bit of an advantage having a 4-year difference on him?
I think there's a lot of advantage to that. He's been there before. He can wrestle. He's a good boy. And plus, here again, Scottsboro can pick up 4 more points if they win this match, or even up to 6. And, of course, Arab can pull away a little bit if they should win. So it's getting down to the nitty-gritty here for these two teams.
Again, Scottsboro in the gold. Nick Cater in the white, and a quick takedown and points. And again, quickly explain the points as how you pick them up. You get 2 points for a takedown and keep going.
2 points for a takedown. You can score near fall points. By the time you hold the opponent's back to the mat, you can score 2 or 3. On defense side, you can escape for a 1, reversal for 2. Got a lot of different penalty points in there that we may see a little bit later on. But those are the basics. Take them down, turn them around, or get away or reverse.
And you will see in some cases you'll give up a point just so you can get in position to get a takedown, because that's the only way you can get back in a match.
Get back in the game.
Right, and a lot of wrestlers sometimes they're better on their feet than they are on the mat, so they like to be, let the guy up and work for a takedown. It's a little easier for them to score that way. It's just kind of, personal preference for each wrestler.
And apparently we've got an injury timeout on the 6A, and I cannot tell which is, let's see here.
It's William Harden right there that you're looking at in the silver from Oxford, and Josh Rogers is in the blue from Vestavia there on mat 1, 6A. Harden looks like he's got either a bloody nose or cut under the eye maybe there. Trainer's looking at him.
Now they do give them a certain time limit in which they have to be ready to go back in. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's both injury time and blood time. You get 5 minutes of blood time, but 2 minutes of injury time.
Meanwhile, Worthen holding a 2-0 lead. Again in the gold. And they'll reach the first period with the defending champ on top. Meanwhile, over on 1A, 4A, Cortez and Sism. Sism finishing 3rd in this category last year.
Yeah, and Cortez is a 2-time runner-up, so he's been in this spot twice before, so he definitely wants to walk away with the championship.
The 113-pound category, and again we're in a delay for the 6A match with Harden and Rogers. Again, Harden having apparently got cut on the nose. So we're watching the 1A, 4A right now, which a 1-0 lead. And we have to look at the little red tape or green tape on their ankle to make sure we know who's who. That's how we keep up with score.
And the scoreboard has red and green, so that matches up with the ankle bracelet.
And a nice ankle pick by Sism right there. That's Sism, Susan Moore in the purple, Weaver's in the red. Mr. Cortez.
That score now 2-1.
Still 2-0 in the 5A match, and same score, 2-0 down in the 6A match as well.
And on the 5A, a nice reverse by Cater, and he ties the score. Again, Worthen is the defending champion, the senior. Cater just a freshman.
And Cater riding that deep waist and that arm. He's got that wrist now. If he can get that up on Worthen's back, Worthen will be in trouble here. So see how Titus is able to defend that.
Well, the Arab boy needs to get outside of those legs in order to turn him on his back. He's just sitting back there. He's riding him now.
Yeah, just with that deep waist.
Right.
Good. The 1A, 4A, and 5A matches are already into the second period, but because of the delay in the 6A, they have yet to finish the first period. And once these matches are complete, by the way, we will go to the trophy stand where they'll make presentations of first, second, and third of each classification. So we will pause and let you hear those.
And 1A through 4A is tied up now, 2-2.
Cortez and Sism battling there.
And they're tied 2-2 here, Arab and Scottsboro on map 5A.
And going to the third period over there on 1A, 4A, you're looking at Cortez and Sism. It's 4-2 now, so I think Cortez picked up a late reversal there at the end of that first period, or excuse me, at the end of that second period. So he's got to 4-2 lead starting the third here.
And when you're in a stand-up like that, what are you looking to try to do? Obviously get the positioning to get your man down, but is there a particular move you try to make, Don?
Well, there's 2 or 3 moves he can make. He can duck under the arm, or he can go for a leg drop, a double leg drop, single leg. He's got to get him on the mat.
Meanwhile, 5A, Worthing is in trouble. Cater trying to turn him. He's got Worthing on his stomach, and looks like he's going to get the turn.
He's turning. He's going to get some back points.
Yeah, he's definitely scoring here. Referee's count. He's going to get 3. Still a minute 16 left in that match, though.
And as we've already mentioned, it can turn around in a hurry, but right now, Cater wants the pin.
Oh, this would be huge for Arab. Cater, just a freshman, too. This would be a huge upset, beating the defending state champion. I think Cater's content to just hold him there too, Don.
Absolutely.
I mean, let as much time tick away as possible.
Yeah,
Plus, he's wearing the Scottsboro down too, just laying on him. But that's what he's got to do. Just keep fighting.
Even though they haven't reflected it on the scoreboard, he's up 5-2 at this point.
As long as he has that pinning combination, the points are not given until that changes.
30 seconds left in the match. He almost got the pin there. Looks like he might have gotten it, did he? On the middle mat, 5A. Could we have an upset?
We got one working right now, I can tell you.
20 seconds left.
And I'm not sure if Worthing has run out of gas. Now he gets the pin. Not only do you get the win, you get extra points for the pin, and that's huge for Arab.
He just got 6 points for Arab.
That's two bonus points for a pin, so that's a big swing for Coach Pruitt and his team right there.
Absolutely.
The other 2 matches, the 1A, 4A is just completed. And I believe Cortez is going to be the winner.
He is. He's finally going to get that runner-up monkey off his back and be a state champion over there on mat 3.
Right.
So Christian Cortez, the champion in 1A, 4A, 113. Now we'll finish up with the 6A, and this one has turned a little bit now, 7-1.
Yeah, Josh Rogers got a big takedown on the end line over there a few minutes ago, and he's got a 7-1 lead. That's the beginning of the third period here. And looks like he's got Harden for 2 more. I didn't give it to you. Didn't have the weight down on the hands, so I didn't give him the 2.
Harden from Oxford, he is in the blue. Excuse me, he's in the red.
Yeah, they just gave Rogers a point, said Harden fleed the mat there out of bounds. That's always a tough call, right, Don?
Right.
Oh, the Harden's got Rogers reversing on his back. Not going to be able to hold him there, though. He's going to have to get back in control.
Again, 8-3 the score. They're in the final period. Minute 30 remaining.
Harden got 2 near fall. Rogers with a nice little cement mixer there, we called it.
Yeah.
But it went out of bounds.
So I think he's going to put him on their feet. He gave him the escape.
Yeah, it looks like he did.
Instead of a reversal, he gave him escape, which is a good call.
Harden's got to make up 4 points here in the final minute 15. Harden in the gray.
Nice duck under by Rogers there. He's got to finish.
He's got to bring him to the mat, though, before he gets his points.
He's got to get him to the mat before he gets his 2. There's the weight on the hands, and that's 2.
Right.
So that extends the lead now 11-5. 50 seconds left.
You've got to have control of your opponent on the mat for the 2 points. And when when that weight hit the mat and his hands there, that's what gave Rogers the 2. So it puts him up 11-5 with about 35 seconds to go.
Now the Oxford boy just got an escape. So it's 11-6 now.
He's got to take Rogers straight to his back here.
Right.
2 points doesn't do him much good.
He's got 28 seconds to do it. Again, finishing up 113 pound, the weight class. Again, Cater with the upset over Worthing in the 5A to give Arab some extra. He got the pin, as a matter of fact. And Cortez the winner in 1A, 4A.
It looks like we got some blood time here. Rogers got maybe a cut. Now you saw the referee stopping the blood time there, so they get the 5 minutes of the blood time. Once the wound is cleaned up, they'll stop it. They don't take any more time. It may take another. They may give them some more time to clean up anything on the mat, but and that's what they're doing now. They're cleaning up some blood off of Harden, off of his backside. It looks like.
Again, we're at the Von Braun Center here in Huntsville, Alabama. Glad you're with us on this sunny day in February. Kind of got cool on us here all of a sudden last night, but we're supposed to have cool weather. It is still February, right,
That's
guys?
exactly right.
Of course, you two guys, you're from Indiana. You're used to all this, right?
It doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me either.
But I've been down here a while, so.
I don't like it. But
That's why you moved here, right?
Exactly.
All right, we're underway again. 22 seconds remaining. Again, 11-6. Rogers in blue with the lead.
He was in there awfully deep. He should have got that takedown.
He was. He should have finished that off.
Yeah, he didn't finish it.
Now Harden's got kind of the last ditch effort for a headlock there, and gives up a takedown, but it's not going to make a difference.
And there's the end of the period. Josh Rogers of Vestavia will be the champion of the 113-pound weight class in 6A, defeating William Harden.
A tough loss. Harden's a senior. Rogers just a sophomore. So you can understand why he's a little upset, doesn't want to get back to the middle.
All right, I believe we're going to take it over to the far end of our arena here and get the announcement of the champions of each of the classifications in 106.
On behalf of the Alabama High School Athletic Association, our appreciation is expressed to our corporate partners, Cadence Bank, Coca-Cola, Encore, Farmers Insurance, Russell, Team IP, and Wilson. Presenting awards, our coach Steve Savarese, Executive Director of the AHSAA, Wanda Gilliland, Alvin Briggs, and Jim Tolbert, all of the AHSAA, and Miss Lindsay Bell of Farmers Insurance. From the city of Huntsville, also presenting is Rex Reynolds. In 1A through 4A, your fourth place, Zeke Lee of Oak Grove. In third place, Dylan Trice of Fultondale. In second place, Matt King of Walter Welber. And in first place, Zachary Reynolds of Montgomery Catholic. Gentlemen, once they take pictures, if you'll turn around so your parents can take pictures of you. In 5A, your fourth place, Joseph Green of Muscle Shoals. Third place, Braxton Worthington, Mortimer, Jordan. Second place, Patrick Kinney, Vincent Valley. First place, Eric Schenkel, Scottsboro. In 6A, your sixth place, Carlos Andres of Tuscaloosa County. Khalil Johnson of Auburn in fifth place. Fourth place, Stone Clark, Sportman. Third place, Brandon Cunningham, Prattville. Second place, Riley Pike, Thompson. And first place, Heath Williamson, Dewitt-Trustville. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your 106 medalists. Now, let's meet your 120 state finalists. A 10th grader with 46 wins, 5 losses, and 27 pins. From Tallahassee, Kenan Reese. A senior from American Christian, 37 wins, 9 losses, and he was the 2010 112-pound champion from American Christian, Todd Barnett. a junior from Hayden High School. 50 wins, 7 losses, 24 pins. Hunter Flowers. With 59 wins, 6 losses, and 22 pins. A sophomore from AHSAA High School, B.J. Hayes. With 44 wins and 6 losses, he was the 2012-113 runner-up from Hoover, Peyton Garlington. With 49 wins and 1 loss from Pell City, a senior, and the 2012 120-pound champion, Jake Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wrestle.
All right, your introduction's made and we're underway. Again, a defending champion on the 6A mat, Jake Smith, trying to win it for a second year in a row against Garlington out of Hoover.
Yeah, Smith in the gold, Hoover, Garlington in the black. On the 5A match, you got Hayes of Arab in the white, and Flowers of Hayden is in the black and gold. And on mat 1, you can see Barnett from American Christian, defending champ in red, and that's Reese from Tallahassee in the gold.
And this is one of those matches that Tallahassee, trying to catch St. James, it might be difficult to do, but they definitely need a victory here if they're to have any chance at a state championship team-wise.
Right, they need to score as much as they can and try to get a pin. They can pick up 6 points for the team if he does get a fall.
No score on any of the matches as yet.
Of course, on 5A, you got Arab can score some more points here if they are able to win here.
Hayes, the sophomore, again in white.
Well, Hayes sure isn't built like a 120-pounder, is he?
You know, I've noticed that even in football, you see these guys, they weigh 350. They look like they weigh about 240 nowadays. They're just so tight.
Yeah.
Unlike the days when I played football, and I kind of looked the same way that I did back then. We won't go there, but
Yeah, we don't need to get in that department now.
still looking for our first points in any of these matches.
Right.
As we're at the 30-second mark on all three. 120-pound weight class.
Garlington from Hoover, his brother was a state champ. He's a good wrestler. Same with Jake Smith, his older brother was a state champ. So this sibling rivalry over there in the 6A matchup.
Yep, Garlington again finishing second last year. And by the way, if you see someone come up behind the officials and tap them on the shoulder, they are called officially the
Tappers.
Tappers.
I learned that this morning. I didn't know if they had an official name or not, but that tells the officials that the clock has expired.
They started using tappers, and before that they used a towel because in some of these smaller places they wrestle, the noise would get so loud the official couldn't hear the whistle when
Right.
it goes off, and so they use them to stop and start.
And now I guess the officials are kind of used to it, right?
Yeah, right.
They're waiting to feel that tap.
When they hit that tap, they blow that whistle.
Yep, Garlington with the escape over there on 6A takes a 1-0 lead. Excuse me, Smith with the escape takes a 1-0 lead.
Meanwhile, in the middle, Matt, Hayes trying to pick up some points here early on. Again, we're in the second period. 1A, 4A. Reese has picked up a point. He now leads 1-0 for Tallahassee in goal. Still no score in this match you're watching here. Flowers and Hayes.
Hayes looks to be pretty tough on top. Obviously, he's got the strength working in his favor.
He's riding him real well.
Linebacker, you figure?
Could be.
I bet he's a fullback.
I was going to say, in this day and age, I know a lot of them are going two ways, but maybe even a safety. These guys, they get bigger all the time. Still no score, though, in that 5A match.
Flowers is pretty close to reversal here. Steps over that leg.
He's going to have to step over it, though, as long as the Arab boy hangs in there right there. He's not going to give him any points. Now I think he's got the escape now. It's going to be real close. If they go off the mat, he'll give an escape, I think.
I think so too. He stepped over that leg, but Hayes is working that whizzer pretty hard.
Yeah.
He's going to get the one, though. You're right, Coach.
And we'll see how they score it.
Oh, didn't give him the
No.
one.
Ooh.
I don't know how that was not one. They were both on their feet.
That's right, and he'd give up the whizzer, too.
Yeah.
1-0 over on the 6A mat. Reese still with the lead. Or excuse me, make that Smith with the lead. Again, trying to win for a second consecutive year. And there's 2 seconds left in this match in the second period.
Second place finisher in 113, 1A through 4A.
And that'll be the end of that period.
And I need the first place finisher.
Meanwhile, 1A, 4A.
Finisher for
Again,
6A.
Reese with a slight advantage. They're still in the second period, 10 seconds to go. A 1-0 advantage for Reese.
And
a lot of close matches here.
And
in
after that conference, they did not give Flowers the escape, so still 0-0. And Hayes here trying to turn Flowers. Time's going to expire in the second period on that match. They're going to go the third period scoreless.
They start the third period on the 1A, 4A mat. Again, 1-0 lead for Reese. Kenan Reese, a sophomore. Meanwhile, 6A.
Smith's got
looks
back
like
points.
Smith trying to work on a pin.
Yeah, Garlington started the period down, only down 1-0, had a chance to escape, but Smith got the legs in and got some back points, got 3, and still in control, so he takes a 4-0 lead.
Jake Smith in the goal.
Winner by pin, your champion.
And I believe we just had a pin over on 1A, 4A. And a slight upset. It's going to be Barnett defeating Reese. And that one came out of nowhere. That's the problem. You can't blink around here. You might miss something.
Now, that was a 1-0 match, and Barnett with the pin for American Christian.
So that's a tough break for Tallahassee, trying to catch St. James in the team standings. But congratulations to Barnett with a pin out of American Christian. Meanwhile, we shift back over to the 6A and 5A mats, and now a comfortable lead for Jake Smith at 4-0. They've got just under 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, Smith's got the leg in still on Garlington. About 20 seconds left. He's going to be content to right now. He needs to get his hips squared back up, though. He's laying on his hip and gave up 2. He didn't need to give up right there.
Yeah. Well, just 10 seconds to go now, as I imagine Smith will do everything he can to just kind of let the clock run out. And Smith will win the championship for the second year in a row. Quickly back to 5A now. This one still scoreless between Flowers and Hayes. Hayes in white, Flowers in the black and gold. You got 40 seconds left. What do you do here?
Got to get away. I mean, can't let Flowers tie your wrist up if you're Hayes.
6A, your state champion for 6A.
Got to keep moving.
Hayden boy's riding pretty tough.
Yeah, Hayes just isn't moving. He's just kind of sitting still. He's got to get that outside leg up, get some back pressure into him. Now Flowers is getting kind of high, trying to turn him. It's a pretty big risk there when there's no score.
15 seconds left. They will go to overtime if needed. Under 10 seconds.
Hayden boy's trying to turn him to get some back points.
Doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Nope. And Arab's trying to get out of there to get a point, so.
It's going to go to overtime.
So explain quickly how overtime works.
1 minute, first points wins. Nobody scores at the 1 minute, and each wrestler gets a 30-second period with their choice to try to score. So a takedown right here wins the match for Hayes or Flowers.
Either one.
So now it's basically the survival of the fittest.
Absolutely.
Hayes with the shot and a reshot. A lot of times what you see happen in this situation is a guy takes a bad shot and ends up giving up the score on the defensive side. So you definitely don't want to take a bad shot here.
especially if it's sudden death.
Right. You can't afford that.
Shoulders are
There
inbound,
it
that's
is.
two. That's what happened to Flowers there. It took kind of a bad shot. Hayes underhooked it, whipped him over for the win.
B.J. Hayes of Arab, another victory for the team in first place in 5A. That's another big victory and great match, needless to say.
Yeah, that was a great match all the way around.
Final points, only points being scored in overtime. So Hayes is the winner in 5A. Barnett with a surprise win in 1A, 4A with a pin of Reese. And then Jake Smith, the defending champion, winning in 6A as we move back to the presentations.
Fourth place, Jack Peavy of Madison County. Third place, Jeffrey Murray, St. James. Second place, Ty Sissom, Susan Moore. First place, Christian Cortez, Weaver. In 5A, fourth place, Logan Smith, Hartzell. Third place, Landon Thompson, Southside Caxton. Second place, Titus Worthing, Scottsboro. First place, Nick Cater, Arab. In 6A, sixth place, Patrick Anderson, Sparkman. Fifth place, Quinn Miles, Smith Station. Fourth place, Camden Funkhauser, Prattville. Third place, Hunter Parker, Minor. Second place, William Hart, Oxford. First place, Josh Rogers, Vestavia Hill. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now let's meet your 126 state finalists. With 48 wins and no losses, 35 by 10, he was the 2012 5A 120-pound state champion. From Tallahassee, Josh Epperson. A two-time runner-up and state champion in 2011 from St. James with 40 wins, 4 losses, Steven Kwan. In 6A with 41 wins and 3 losses, 25 by 10 from Thompson, Jaden Hunter. With 43 wins and 8 losses. From Tuscaloosa County, Harrison Turner. With 51 wins and 7 losses, 15 by 10, a sophomore from Athens, Hunter Kirby. And in 2012, 6A state champion, with 60 wins and 0 losses from Arab, John David Henderson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wrestle.
All right, here we go. Welcome all of you joining our live stream here in Huntsville. It is the 2013 Alabama High School Athletic Association State Wrestling Championships. With Don Hines and Cliff Pate, I'm Graham Dunn. And we're going to pay special attention on the far right mat is the 1A, 4A championship and the 126 two guys that have wrestled each other 4 times this year, Josh Epperson, and they're both wearing gold, but he's the one with the purple on the side from Tallahassee against Stephen Quan. They have had some knockdown dragouts all season long.
And, of course, this is where Tallahassee can pick up some points, and, of course, St. James can put it away.
Yeah, you're
if
right.
They're after the score.
Don, this could be the one that decides it in
Right.
the 1A, 4A team title.
Right.
Yeah, both of those guys are repeating former state champions. Quan's a 2-time runner-up. Should be a great match on the 1A, 4A there.
Of course, Epperson and Tallahassee, a 5A school last year, dropping down to 1A, 4A. St. James has never won a state championship in wrestling. In fact, they have not been fielding a team very long, as Don mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast. We'll also keep an eye as well on the other two mats. Again, we're in 126, Henderson and Norris in 5A, Hunter and Turner in 6A. Right now, there's no score in this match between Epperson and Quan. Quan, again, does not have any piping on his side, or at least he doesn't have any side rails, I guess I'll call those. I'm not anybody who knows anything about
a uniform
clothing,
specialist.
So, yeah, I'm not a uniform specialist, so I'm not sure what the proper wording is there.
I'm sure there's some technical name for that.
Right, but we're going to go with uniform specialist.
We're going to go with a stripe on the side. That's what we're going to say. And the T on the back also helps us. Again, that is Josh Epperson, the defending champion, as is Quan. And those two will go at it. They went to overtime in the sectional. And a little bit of a controversy on a score, on scoring in that sectional meet that was held at Tallahassee. Yeah. Meanwhile, a 2-1 lead for, I checked the score, I believe it's, we'll have to check the scoreboard. Is it Hunter that's on top? I believe it's.
It looks like Hunter's got a 2-1 lead there. Hunter's in the black singlet from Thompson, Turner in the blue and white singlet from the 6A mat from Tuscaloosa County. And on the mat 2, the 5A, John David Henderson in white from Arabs got a 5-0 lead on Marjorie Kirby of Athens.
And him being a former state champion, it's going to be really tough for this boy to come back.
Yeah, already down 5-0.
Right.
Yeah, Henderson working that ball and chain, turning Kirby earlier, and he's almost turning him again.
Meanwhile, on mat 1, 6A, Hunter trying to avoid the pin, and he does turn. But right now, a little bit of a surprise with Hunter on top.
Turner's got him on his back again.
They're in the second period, all 3 of these matches.
He's in there awfully tight right now, too.
Meanwhile, in 1A, 4A, Josh Epperson has picked up a point with a 1-0 lead with about a minute to go in that second period.
And if you can't tell, we're sitting right in front of the Tuscaloosa County section, so they're cheering for the pin there. 3 more for Turner, takes a 7-2 lead over Hunter of Thompson.
And 5-0 still on the 5A mat.
Looks like a 1-0 lead down there for Tallahassee on the 1A, 4A mat.
Right, Epperson with a slight lead, but we'll keep our attention on the 6A mat as these two, a lot of action. And we'll still have a period to go, still 28 seconds left in the second period. Meanwhile, Henderson looks like he might be able to, if he can make a turn here, get the pin.
Yeah, Kirby was able to slide out of that. He was on his back. And Henderson still has that arm, though. He's got a shot to put him right back in that same situation, and he does.
He's on his back now.
That's a pin.
There it is.
That should have probably won it for Arab also.
Yeah, I think they opened up a good lead with that Cater's upset and Hayes' win.
Henderson, the state champion for Arab in 126.
See what the score is.
So now we'll shift over to the 1A, 4A mat, where they have now reached the third period, and Epperson holding that 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Arab's jumped out to 134, and Scottsboro's got 120. So they're 14 points ahead. But Scottsboro's still got some good wrestlers coming up. And so does Arab. So it's going to be it's going to come right down to the end.
That is Epperson on top.
Yeah, Quan just about had the switch there, but Epperson held on. He's going to throw that leg in on Quan. Minute 35 left in there in this third period.
Small room for error when you're only up 1-0. And I guess you could say the same thing if you're down 1-0.
Right, right.
Meanwhile, on 6A, a 7-3 advantage for Hunter in blue. And he was about to pin Turner just a moment ago, but looks like things have changed just a little bit.
I'll say if these matches keep getting this good from 1 to 6A, we're going to have to get some liniment on these necks, Bob. I can tell you that right now.
So it's like watching a tennis match.
Yes.
It is.
Less than a minute remaining in this match. Meanwhile, 56 seconds to go in the matchup in 1A, 4A. Again, 1-0 Epperson on top, 7-3. Hunter leading over Thompson's Turner. And we got wrestlers down on both mats. Now 8-5, Hunter, or I should say Turner, picking up a point. Still 1-0 in this match with Epperson on top. And
45 seconds left. Caution on a false start there by Quan. Quan's down 1. He's trying to jump that whistle and get out of there as soon as he could.
These two guys, both juniors. So they'll be wrestling each other again next year.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, I didn't see what that call was.
That was they called locked hands on Epperson there. I thought he had a pinning combination in. The coach is coming over the table and now the referees are going to discuss. He's going to discuss that with the assistant referee.
There's awarded a point to Quan. Meanwhile, on the 6A mat, Hunter trying to make up ground. He's now just 2 points down, 9-7. But that's the end of the match.
It's over.
Turner pulled that one out.
We got 30 seconds down here with Tallahassee and St. James.
And this one is now 1-1. 19 seconds left. Epperson trying to get the takedown.
About 12 seconds left. He's trying to turn Quan there. He's got his hips turned. If he can get those shoulders over, get some back points, he would get the win, but it looks like it's going to go into overtime.
And if you're familiar with either one of these wrestlers, that's nothing new.
Epperson 48-0 on the year. Quan 40-4, so I'm going to guess his 4 losses were all to Epperson.
That's it, all 4 of them. So we will go to overtime in the 1A, 4A 126-pound weight class. Our second one today.
Yeah, Quan's got a bloody nose though, so we're going to clean him up real quick and before the overtime period starts. Epperson's got to be beating himself up there because that 1 point locked hands was the difference in the match so far.
And maybe you can explain what that means to have locked hands.
Yeah, when you're on the mat with a wrestler, you cannot lock your hands unless you're in a pinning combination, whether it's a cradle, you've got something else of that nature locked up. If you just lock around the waist or around the arm, that's a violation.
1 point.
1 point. Don't see that much at all. By the time you get to the state finals, locked hands is a rarity. That's something you see a lot more, and I think that's why the coach was arguing that he was in the pinning combination.
Craig Duncan, the head coach at St. James. Coach Mask at Tallahassee. Again, overtime, it's sudden death. You score a point, you win.
Of course, Tallahassee's got to score to try to stay in this tournament, and St. James is trying to wrap it up.
Juan's got the ankle.
He's got it in there. Well, he got a headlock on him, though.
And you figure with these two guys knowing so much about each other, you try something new.
If you can, you got to do something.
Yeah, Quan's trying to come through that back door. Epperson's doing a good job of keeping the weight down on his head, not letting Quan pop his head out. Now he's got Quan extended, and Quan's in kind of a bad spot here.
12 seconds in this first overtime period.
It's called a stalemate right there. I was a little quick on that one, I believe. But
Well, I think sometimes they'll do that just to get the action back in the center of the mat and get them wrestling some forward.
That's the former official coming out of you there.
Yeah.
Taking care of those officials.
Yeah.
You got to love it.
Yeah.
All right, we end the first overtime without a winner, so we'll go to a second sudden death. 30 seconds this time.
They each guy will get 30 seconds. Change the score. They'll wrestle the entire 30 seconds.
In the overtime.
And they'll have their choice. Most guys are going to choose down. A little easier to get away. Quan's got to be careful now. It's twice he's jumped the whistle, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's got to be careful here. The third caution is a point, so he could give away a point real easy.
And
20 seconds to go. Well, these Tallahassee and St. James fans, this is deja vu all over again for them.
Epperson gets the escape. Still wrestling, though.
He's the aggressor. This
and he
Tallahassee boy is definitely the aggressor.
And he got two more. Now, Quan's still going to get his choice. He's going to get a 30-second period.
But he's got to make up 3 points.
But now he's got to make up 3 instead of just 1.
But this time, Quan, I believe, will be down. Is that correct?
Yeah, he chose down.
Again, this is the 1A, 4A, 126-pound class championship. Epperson, after his first championship in 1A, 4A.
They put him on his back, too.
Yeah, he's good.
He got 3 points.
Yeah, Epperson's going to do it.
He's going to do it. Josh Epperson, another state championship for him. Now 49-0, 50-1 for his career. And 5-0, more importantly, over his now, I think we could say his arch rival.
Right.
In Quan. So congratulations to Epperson. That keeps Tallahassee still in it for the team championship, but they're going to need some help from this point as we go over to the trophy presentation.
St. Clair County, third place, Stephen Lindsay. Second place, Kevin Reese of Tallahassee. And in first place, Ty Barnett, American Christian. In 5A, fourth place, Patrick Richardson of Brookwood. Third place, Abelardo Domingo of Fort Payne. Second place, Hunter Flowers of Hayden. And first place, BJ Hayes of Arab. 6A, sixth place, Robbie Killo, Prattville. Fifth place, Josh Jamison, Smith Station. Fourth place, John Hill, Vestavia Hills. Third place, Reed Jacks of Thompson. Second place, Patrick Garlington of Hoover. And first place, Jake Smith of Pell City.
And we're ready for the next set of wrestlers on the mat.
Medalists to report. With 37 wins, 5 losses, and 17 pins, he was a 2012 state champ in the 126 classification. A sophomore from Lincoln, Jamario Howard. A 2-time state champion from Dora. With 19 wins and 2 losses, a senior, Blake Russell. With 23 wins and 7 losses, a senior from Southside Gadsden, Devin Hester. A runner-up in 2012, 53 wins and 5 losses, a senior from McAdory High School, Trent Norris. With 57 wins and 5 losses, a senior from Thompson High School, Mario Hayes. And he is looking to become a 4-time state champion. He has 52 wins, 0 losses from Oxford High School, Jordan Simpson. Let's wrestle.
And we'll keep an eye on Jordan Simpson. He's been very dominant here in his career at Oxford.
Yeah, 3-time state champ already, looking for his 4th, and he is one heck of a wrestler. He's in the silver and gold Oxford singlet there, and Haynes from Thompson in the black singlet.
Simpson 48-0 coming in. That is a pretty incredible number coming into this state tournament. And we have a few of those. We have several that are having undefeated years, but Don, you can explain how tough that is.
It's very, very tough. Because see, first of all, you get that target on your back. Once you win it, they're coming after you. And coaches will move their boys around to get in that weight class to take a shot at you.
No score. We actually have a stoppage on the 5A mat. Apparently some blood.
A little blood.
Yeah, I think looked like Hester might have got poked in the eye there by Norris. Norris is from McAdory in the white singlet with the M. Hester from Southside Gadsden in the black singlet.
Meanwhile, 1A, 4A, that is Blake Boschel in the blue. And Howard in the dark, or the black. Boschel, a junior, out of Dora.
A couple state champs going at it there. Howard, state champ at 126 last year. Boschel, 2-time state champ.
And of course, you see that from time to time. Every 2 years, the High School Athletic Association reclassifies, so you'll have a case where you've got wrestlers moving up and down, and that's what you have this year.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's those schools that are at the bottom of, say, 6A, like a Ben Russell, moves to 5A and becomes a powerhouse. Tallahassee, kind of in the middle at 5A, drops down to 4A, or powerhouse.
And yet, ironically, it's a team that hasn't won a state title that might be winning it in St. James as we go through the rest of the afternoon. It's like Simpson picking up his first points on the 6A mat.
And Norris has got an early 2-0 lead there. You're watching over Hester from Southside. 37 seconds left in their first period.
And no score on the 1A, 4A mat between Boschel and Howard. Now a 2-0 lead for Norris. 18 seconds to go in the first period.
.126 medalists report. 126 medalists report.
2-0 the lead for Norris, again in white, as they'll start the second period. Hester, the senior. Both of these guys actually are seniors.
Yeah, Norris has been a 3-time placer, was a runner-up last year at 126. So Norris looking to break through a little bit here, and he's got the 2-0 lead early second period.
Still no score on the 1A, 4A mat as we try to keep you up to date. Again, 3 matches going on simultaneously 6A mat, 5A mat, and the 1A, 4A. We're wrestling in the 132-pound category right now. Already had a couple of pins, already a couple of overtimes in this state championship round. A little bit of a stalemate on the 6A end, but right now a lead for the champion Simpson in gray.
Yeah, he's got that leg in on Haynes, trying to turn him. He's got a 2-0 lead. About 15 seconds left in the second period. He's really cranking on Haynes' shoulder there, isn't he?
He's put a little heat on it, but he doesn't need to get too high with that, though.
Got to be a little wiry when you do this sort of thing, don't you?
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, on the 5A mat, the action continues with Morris still on top, but a nice move there.
They didn't just quite follow through with it, finish it up. They did about a 3/4.
Yeah, Norris did a good job of hanging on, too.
Yeah. When you make one of those moves, though, you got to go all the way.
39 seconds left to go in the period. Still no score on the 1A, 4A mat between Howard and Buechele. .42 seconds left in that period. Back to 6.
Simpson started the third period on the bottom. Hasn't been able to get away from Haynes yet.
Haynes again in black from Thompson. Thompson trying to take care of another 6A state title. Simpson trying to stay undefeated. Now, did I get that right? 62-0, 52-0?
52.
52-0. My handwriting, I got to work on it.
Yeah,
I'll take either one. 52, 62, it doesn't matter.
I'm sure he would too. Simpson's a great wrestler. I remember him coming in as a freshman and upsetting one of the better wrestlers in the state, Tanner Moon from Oak Mountain. And since then, he's been virtually unbeatable. He's tough.
Simpson does pick up a point for an escape, so he's up 3-0. Hester tried to make some noise on the 5A mat, and instead he gets turned.
Of course, you give up 2 points, back points, so.
So Norris now up 6-0. Now 6-2.
Yeah, Hester got the reversal there, but not before he gave up those back points, and that's maybe the difference is Norris is probably content to kind of hang out down there on the bottom now. He's been riding Hester most of the match.
He's got about 80 seconds to go, leading at 6-2, third period. Finally got a point scored in the 1A, 4A match down the way.
It looks like Howard's got the 1-0 lead here at the start of the third period. He's going to be on top. So Buechele's going to have to score. He's going to have to get out.
I was going to say, he's got to come up. He can't get out laying on his belly.
Yeah, he's not making much effort at this point.
It don't work that way.
I dare say these latter stages of a match like this, those bear crawls come in handy.
Yeah. Oxford boy did it.
He did, and I'm not really sure what that little shove was about there at the end.
Well, I was watching right there at the end, and Simpson had Haynes on his back, and he wasn't real happy about it. He got up and kind of gave Simpson a little bit of a shove. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a team point taken away here.
Haynes is coming back to shake his hand, which is the right thing to do. And I understand a little frustration there, but again, Simpson the winner. He wins 7-0. Another state championship for him, and he keeps his record perfect. Meanwhile, shifting to the 5A, and these guys look like tumblers at this point. They're legs up in the air.
Yeah, Hester's something else. He doesn't stop moving. I'll give him credit, and he's down 7, so he's trying a little bit of everything on Norris here to close that gap.
Norris has been riding him awful good, though.
Yeah, Norris has done a great
Wrestling
job on top.
real well.
Yep.
Keeping his balance, staying on top,
yeah,
staying out of trouble.
Hester's obviously a really good athlete.
Yes.
Norris in white. Hester in the black. Still 1-0 in 1A, 4A there in the final 20 seconds. And it looks like Howard may hold on with the slimmest of margins. 12 seconds left. Howard in the black. Rochelle in the blue. The Old English D on his side. And 4 seconds remain, and on the middle mat, we've got a win. Norris, the victor. And I'm sorry, I didn't see if he won by decision or a pin.
He won, I think it was a decision, 9-2.
Decision, 9-2.
And they gave Bochelle the escape there. That was pretty tough. This is going to be 1-1 with 4 seconds left, so we may have another overtime down there on mat 3.
Mat 3 has been the haven for overtime so far. Congratulations to Norris, again out of McAdory. Congratulations to all of these wrestlers. Both state champion, runner-up, and otherwise. We do have a 1-minute overtime on the 1A, 4A mat. We'll shift our attention there. Howard in black, Bochelle in blue. They're tied at 1-1.
Bochelle looks like he's down with a little bit of injury. He's got a pretty big knee brace on there. It looks like he's got that left knee of his giving him some trouble.
Now, Lincoln's a school, too, that hadn't had a program too long. But they got a good team. They wrestle real good each year.
They have. They've done a good job with their little program over there.
Right. Well, they have a principal. His principal was here earlier. I saw him. And he really supports all athletics at Lincoln High School. I'm telling you, he's a great supporter.
That makes a huge difference.
You better believe it.
Bochelle's in on the leg here. He's probably going to finish this off.
Yep. He just finished it off, I think.
He did.
Got him a takedown.
3-time champion, Blake Bochelle from Dora.
And he did it in come from behind fashion. He was down 1-0 for a lot of that match. He holds up those 3 fingers signifying his 3rd straight title. So congratulations to Bochelle. He defeats Howard in overtime 3-1. Now we shift again to the pedestals across the way for the presentation of the medals.
Second place, Stephen Kwan, St. James. First place, Josh Epperson, Tallahassee. In 5A. Fourth place, Travis Norris, McAdory. Third place, Hank Turner, Gibson Valley. Second place, Bardrell Kirby, Athens. In first place, J.D. Henderson.
Which one's the coach here at Thompson?
In 6A, sixth place, Jackson Hall, Hoover. Marquise Banks of Opelika, 5th place. 4th place, Nicholas Baker, Ratcliffe. 3rd place, Jeremy Strong, Vestavia Hills. 2nd place, Jaden Hunter, Thompson. 1st place, Pearson Turner, Tuscaloosa County. Now let's meet ER 138s with 39 wins and 2 losses from St. James, Chase Collins. With 73 wins and 13 losses from Fultondale, Gerald Wes Smith. With 47 wins and 9 losses, a freshman from Scottsboro, Brett Clark. 29 wins and 1 loss from Centerpoint, Chris Jones. With 50 wins and 5 losses, he was a 2012 runner from Thompson High School, Brewer Gilliland. With 58 wins and 2 losses from Prattville, Gaten McWhorter. Let's wrestle.
All right, pretty interesting matchup over on the 6A match. Couple of state champions, Caden McWhorter out of Prattville and Brewer Gilliland, a 2-time champion.
Gilliland in the black with the red tee there from Thompson. McWhorter black with the white stripes from Prattville.
McWhorter just a sophomore, Gilliland the junior. On the middle match, you got Clark and Jones. Clark out of Scottsboro, Jones from Center Point.
This will be a big match for Scottsboro. They could pick up some points on this Arab. And I think they need to start winning there. They're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, Arab opened up a little bit of a gap there those first couple matches. Down on mat 1, St. James in the gold, Chase Collins. And from Fultondale, it's Wes Smith.
And St. James can also put themselves in pretty good position to win a state title with a victory here.
Right.
But on mat 6, as you're watching, it's McWhorter in the black with the white stripes against Gilliland of Thompson.
Both of these guys are excellent wrestlers. McWhorter, obviously he's a lot longer, lanky, likes the legs, ankle picks kind of things. But Gilliland's, he's very sound, very solid.
McWhorter finished 4th last year in 132, Gilliland 2nd. Of course, as we watch the Prattville wrestlers today, we keep in mind the Countryman family, of course, one of the great wrestling families in the state of Alabama, losing a member earlier this year. Just a tragic loss there down in Prattville.
Yeah, it was a big part of their program, came back to help coach, and I know it meant a lot to Coach Miller and those other kids, and just a tragic thing.
He was a super wrestler, too. Unbelievable wrestler.
5-time state champion.
So to catch you up on some scores, real quickly here, the lead is 2-0 for Collins on the 1A, 4A. This match here is tied 2-2, and no score in 5A between Clark and Jones. As all three will, if not already starting the second period, will get started in just a second. Again, Gilliland and McWhorter on the 6A mat, tied at 2, under 2 minutes, 1:45 and counting.
And you can see McWhorter there trying to use his length on Gilliland with that leg in. On his hip a little bit there, probably needs to get up, square those hips up a little bit.
Of course, you can see the red and the green ankle bands. Those are real helpful to the officials because a lot of times these schools will have the same colors as far as their uniforms. But a referee, he'll look for that ankle band.
Of course, it helps the announcers, too.
Yes.
Don't leave them out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now 4-2.
Yeah, McWhorter got a little out of position there, gave up the reversal to Gilliland. He's riding that claw ride, which is really tough. They put a lot of pressure down on McWhorter here.
Meanwhile, Clark of Scottsboro has taken a 1-0 lead in his match against Jones.
McWhorter's out. Gilliland back in on the leg, though. Now, if Gilliland keeps those legs split, McWhorter could be in some trouble here. 20 seconds left in that match, second period.
He's got that leg tied up pretty well, too.
Meanwhile, the 5A match, Clark still holding a slim 1-0 lead over Jones. Clark is in the gold. Jones is in the blue. And over on the far right, in the 1A, 4A, still make it a 4-2 lead now. Collins over Smith. Collins in the gold and Smith in the blue, but as we shift back to 6A, this one's 4-2.
Yeah, you saw Gilliland get a 1 count there, but wasn't enough to get any back points, so he still holds a 4-2 lead on McWhorter here.
A wrestler can get 2 points for a near fall, and he can get 3 points for a near fall. If he holds his opponent down on his back for 2 seconds, he gets 2 points. Oh, at 5 seconds, he gets 3 points.
Now the 1A 4A on mat 3. Smith and Collins going at it. That one's tightened up. It's now a 6-5 match with Collins the slight edge. And he looks like he's got the upper hand.
He does. About a minute left in that period, third period there.
And that's St. James, too.
That'd be a big win for the Trojans if they could pull it off and add to their first place total. 54 seconds to go in that match. 1.5 to go in the 5A match, and that's still a 1-0 advantage for Clark.
He's riding pretty good right now, too. He's taking control of this match.
Only 35 seconds remains in the 6A match. We'll keep you updated on that one as well. 4-2 still. Gill in the lead.
Yeah, you're watching Clark from Scottsboro here. He's got a 1-0 lead, and he's riding Jones pretty good. Jones got to move and get away here.
He's got a minute to do it.
Scottsboro loves that cross-face cradle. You can see Clark working across Jones' face there. He's going to ride that ankle and that near wrist and just keep that pressure on him. I don't think Jones is going to be able to get away the way it's looking. Let's see. Does something dramatic here.
And Gilliland holds on for the 4-2 victory over McWhorter. And that may have done it for Thompson.
I think so.
The fans behind us here, they think so. Thompson, and we'll verify it, should be our 6A team champion. And we'll make sure we've got the numbers correct on that one. In the meantime, to the 5A mat, that one is a 1-0 advantage. Can Clark hold on these final 5 seconds? Or will Jones get a escape? No, he won't. And that one's going to end 1-0. Brett Clark of Scottsboro, the freshman, with a win.
Had to hang on them last 15, 20 seconds.
Yeah, Jones finally got moving, but it wasn't enough.
And one more match still in progress. I beg your pardon. I told you, you can't sneeze around here. You'll miss something.
Yeah, Collins pulled out the win down there on the 1A 4A mat from St. James.
So Chase Collins gives St. James some points to try to clinch their first ever state championship in wrestling. So we'll go now to the podiums across the way for more trophy presentations, this time in the 132-pound class.
132, fourth place, Matt Murray, St. James. Third place, Will Missick, Weaver. Second place, Jamario Howard, Lincoln. First place, Blake Marshall, Dora. In 5A, fourth place, Lane Morrow, Arab. Third place, Gavin Fuller, Benjamin Russell. Second place, Kevin Hester, Southside Gadsden. And first place, Trey Norris, McAdory. 6A, sixth place, Kareem Pruitt, Tuscaloosa County. Fifth place, Austin Holt, Risso. Fourth place, Lakarius Patrick, Opelika. Third place, Dylan Spurlock, Auburn. Second place, Demario Haynes, Thompson. First place, Jordan Simpson, Oxford. Now let's meet the 145s. A 2011 runner-up, 39 wins, 8 losses. From Deshler High School, Joaquin Fuqua. With 45 wins and 6 losses, a senior from Susan Moore, Sam Ingram. With 51 wins and 2 losses, from Benjamin Russell, Devontae Spence. a two-time state champion with 37 wins and 2 losses from Southside, Hayden Ryle. With 47 wins and 3 losses, a senior at Auburn High School, Cody Lane. And with 49 wins, 6 losses, a senior at Bob Jones, Jesse Webster. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wrestle.
145-pound weight class. And guys, we'll keep an eye on this 5A match, which should be a good one.
Yeah, Stamps was a great wrestler in 6A last year. Of course, Benjamin Russell dropped down. Riles, a 2-time champion and a runner-up. A heck of a wrestler. That should be a great match here on the mat 2, the 5A match.
And as we check the colors here.
Yeah, you got Stamps in white from Benjamin Russell and Riles in the black with the red and white trim from Southside.
Meanwhile, on the 6A mat,
6A.
Auburn and Bob Jones going at it.
Yeah, Lane from Auburn's in the white with the blue trim. Webster and Bob Jones in the red and white kind of flag-looking type singlet down there. And on the 1A, 4A, you got Fuqua. He's in the black and with the red trim. You see him there. And Ingram of Susan Moore in the purple.
Just underway in the first period of these 3 matches.
Fuqua's up early, a 2-0 lead with a takedown over Ingram. No score in the other 2 matches.
Under a minute in all 3.
Probably not going to see much scoring in the first period of this 5A match here. These guys are both really good wrestlers on their feet, so they're probably going to do a lot of feeling each other out.
Of course, Benjamin Russell dominated wrestling for, 15, 20 years?
Yes.
Early on.
They had 11 state champions in a row. School.
Riles has got the leg up. He's right on the edge of the mat. Stamps is really good at working the edge of that mat over there. That's one of his strengths.
Yeah.
Fuqua now a 2-0 lead on the 1A, 4A mat. He's in black. That's Ingram in the purple. Two to 1 our score on the 6A mat. Looks like Webster has, it is Lane with the lead there.
Yeah, Lane had an early takedown. Webster with an escape. Start of the second period here. Webster's going to choose down.
We had some upsets in 6A during the preliminaries. We'll try to catch you up on those, and I don't mean today, obviously, but during the week, including a couple of defending state champions that went down.
The official call a stalemate. That's in a position where they're not moving either way. Nobody is making a move to make a change, so you just call a stalemate and start them over.
Again, that's Stamps in white. Now we're over on the 6A mat. Lane is in white. And Webster in the, I don't even know what to call that. The flame uniform, it looks like.
Well, Bob Jones is the Patriots, and I think they decided to go with some kind of an American flag type theme there on that.
Or maybe somebody dropped a gallon of paint on their uniform.
Or that looks like it could have happened too.
I do see the flag now that you mentioned that. I was noticing it looked like flames coming off the pants there, but now we're back on 5A. And we'll try to keep off of the fashion design because none of us are any good at that sort of thing.
We could critique Southside's right here with they got the cat scratches down the back, but we'll try to stop doing that so much. Riles doing a good job of riding Stamps here, and he's going to got the leg in, he's going to try to split him right here.
And as expected, no score in this match.
Stamps has got to be real careful right here because he can give up a back points or a pin if he gets.
Riles don't need to get too high either.
Yeah, they're going to stalemate that too.
Yeah.
That's a good call, I think.
Meanwhile, they're down on the mat on 1A, 4A. Fuqua still with a lead, 2-0. A minute to go in the second period. Less than a minute in the 6A matchup. Again, this is 1:45. Watching Fuqua down on that 1A, 4A. He's keep trying to grab that ankle.
Yeah, he's been riding Ingram pretty good down there. Holding on to that 2-0 lead.
Six A now 4-3. A lead for Lane and White.
A nice duck under by Lane there. Not going to get the 2, but hit very well.
On the 5A, the Riles boy from Southside, his dad's assistant coach over there.
Now, Southside's got a good program. They've always had a lot of good kids.
Yes.
Still no score now in the third period of this match.
Riles finally scores on the escape there, takes the 1-0 lead over Stamps.
Stamps is a senior, Riles a junior. 6-3 now. Lane of Auburn and White with the A on his back. And they're about to start the third period on the 1A, 4A mat. As we go back
on the leg. Riles trying to fight it off.
He's got the whizzer in there. Hopefully he can fight it off.
Yeah, he's got a hold of his own ankle, doing what he's supposed to do there. But
Benjamin Russell's in there awful tight.
Yeah, Stamps is in there tight. He just pull that arm out. He's got it come around the waist, and he's got it. Oh, and he got it.
Called a stalemate.
Stalemate, yeah. Riles did an unbelievable job of fighting that off because Stamps was in pretty deep.
He was in there real deep.
And we've got another blood stoppage on the 6A mat, so we'll shift to 1A, 4A.
Yeah, Fuqua's got a 4-0 lead now.
And this is pretty much the way this match has looked the entire time, with Fuqua on top.
Yeah, he got the early takedown and pretty much rode Ingram out for most of the period. Rode him out the second period, then reversed him here and doing the same. And Ingram's to his feet, but if you still got your wrist trapped, there's really not much use in coming to your feet. You've got to clear your wrist before you come to your feet.
All 138 medalists, you need to report.
Just over a minute left in that match. The 5A match resumed. 25 seconds left. Again, a 1-0 lead, and now Stamps has got to take some chances in White.
Yeah, just 20 seconds left. He's got to really push it here. He needs to take down the win.
Meanwhile, 6A, Webster trying to make some moves here, and instead Lane picks up a couple of points. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Did we get an escape or not? We did not. Riles of Southside with a 1-0. No, wait a minute. They did give an escape.
Yeah, I think he let him.
I don't see how he wasn't an escape. They were on their feet.
Yeah, they were neutral. I don't know.
They must have called some kind of penalty. They must have called some kind of penalty.
They had to, because it wasn't in it. They were neutral. It wasn't an escape. If it was for anything, it was for stalling. And I
didn't see him warned him.
Watching all, yeah, I didn't see him warned either.
Of course, he was kind of running away from him there at the end of the match.
Right.
If you saw that, that might have been their call.
Coaches at the table, they're going to figure out the call.
And while they get that figured out, we'll shift over to 6A real quick. 10-4 now. Lane is on top and in control. Under a minute remaining in the match. We'll shift back to Class 5A as they are now in overtime.
So they
5A, the middle mat.
There must have been a warning in there at some point that we didn't see.
We just crowned a state champion.
So they're in overtime now.
From Auburn High School.
Stamps.
And Lane did get the pin. So he is the champion in 145 for 6A. So congratulations to him. Now we shift back to 5A.
We have a state champion in 1A, 3, 4A.
And we do have a champion on the 1A, 4A mat as well. It is Fuqua.
From Deschler High School, Joaquin Fuqua.
Yeah, Fuqua pretty much dominated that whole match over Ingram down there on the 4A and Lane with the pin on 6A. And we've got some blood time, I believe, here in the 5A match.
Again, this is overtime. First point wins. 29 seconds left. Stamps just looking for someplace to grab.
He's been a little more aggressive than Southside.
Yeah, he's in on the leg again.
He's got 9 seconds. 5 seconds.
Riles keeping that leg in between Stamps' leg is what's keeping
that
Stamps
whizzer
finishing.
in there too.
Yep. Time.
So now we'll go to 2 30-second periods.
Yeah, the only thing that prevented the takedown there was Riles was keeping his leg in between Stamps' leg. If Stamps was trying to pull that leg out and get it to the one side, he could get a little deeper. Riles did a good job of fighting that off. We're gonna have some more blood time though from Stamps. Looks like it's his forehead now.
So again, we'll tell you that Fuqua has won the 1A, 4A out of Deschler. He decisions Ingram. And in 6A, Lane with a pin of Jesse Webster. But one more here in 145 to complete between Stamps out of Benjamin Russell and Riles out of Southside of Gadsden.
They got a whole slew of trainers and guys over there looking at him. I don't see the blood time running on
Ladies
the
and
clock,
gentlemen, this
though.
is a good time to recognize the official sports medicine provider.
So I'm not sure how much
for the
blood time
Alabama
he's got
High
left. To
School
get 5
Athletic
minutes.
Association.
That doesn't include the
They
cleanup.
do a tremendous job of keeping our athletes safe and healthy.
Looks like they got it.
Thank you to
Times
Huntsville
have
for
changed, though, in that
rehabilitation
regard,
for
and
all
I'll
their
go back
work.
to Don's times when you'd lick your thumb, stick it on the blood, and move on.
Move on, just keep going.
30
Obviously,
seconds
we're
left.
not quite there
Everybody
anymore.
pick a
We've
side. Cheer on. Let's make some
gotten much
noise
more
for us.
conscious.
We're in a better
Of
position
safety.
right now, I can assure you.
All right, a 30-second, and I'm going to assume that's a reverse.
No, it's going to be an escape.
He's going to get an escape.
An escape.
Yeah.
Nice Granby there by Stamps.
Yeah, it was.
Now remember, this is just the first of the 2 30-second periods,
Right.
so they're going to wrestle it out.
Now,
And again, he's in on the leg deep here.
he went in real strong too.
Riles fights it off, though.
5 seconds to go.
Riles has got
Riles is in on the
basically
leg.
advantage right now.
Yeah.
He can take him down.
Riles is going to get his choice now.
Yep.
Boy, you can tell Stamps is exhausted. But he does have a 1-point lead as we go to this 30-second part 2 of overtime. Riles just needs a point to tie it.
Drop down to the leg. He's got to attempt to return him to the mat, though.
They'll probably call a stalemate here.
He's got 5 seconds. Make it 4 seconds.
Riles went for the spladle.
And there it is.
Didn't give it to him. He's going to ask for help.
Boy, he at least should have gotten an escape.
They will give a point.
They did give him neutral. Wow.
So that ties the score, and we'll do this all over again.
Well, Riles hit a nice spladle there, reaching through the leg on Stamps.
They come close to getting a reversal.
Should have been 2. Yeah, I would have thought it would have been 2 before 1. They gave him the escape and tied it up.
Yeah.
So whichever wrestler scored first here gets the choice. So it looks like Riles is going to get the choice.
If Russell holds him, he wins by it, doesn't he?
Yeah. This is if he rides him out, he wins. If Riles scores, he wins.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to win after this 30-second.
That's it right there. That's it.
There it is. It is Riles. Do we call it triple overtime?
Ladies
Oh, yeah.
and gentlemen,
3-2 over Stamps.
your state champion.
What a fantastic
from
match.
Southside, Hayden Riles.
So Riles out of Southside with the backflip. Over Stamps.
3-time champion there. That was a great match. And everything Stamps can do to hold himself up there and get back to the center and
To the
shake hands.
podium.
I think you kind of called it, though, their clip, because Stamps was getting a little run out of gas.
In 1A through 4.
All right, we move back to the podiums.
Fourth place, Jacob Howard of Weaver. Third place, Matthew Smith, Walter Welder. Second place, Gerald Smith, Fultondale. First place, Chase Collins, St. James. In 5A, it's Jacob House of Mortimer, Jordan. Fourth place. In third place, Dantel Little of McAdory. In second place, Chris Jones of Centerpoint. And in first place, Brett Clark, Scottsboro. In 6A, sixth place, Jack Dobbins, Clay Chalkville. In fifth place, Davis Perry, Hewitt Trustville. In fourth place, Jared Godfrey, Oak Mountain. Third place, Morgan Paul, Vestavia Hills. Second place, Caden McWhirter, Prattville. And first place, Brewer Gilliland, Thompson.
And now we move to the 152-pound weight class.
Let's meet your 152s. With 48 wins and 1 loss, a 2-time runner-up from Susan Moore, Dylan Bishop. With 66 wins and 1 loss, from Fultondale, Zach Cummings. With 50 wins and 3 losses, he's a returning state champion at 152 from Scottsboro, Chase McClure. With 43 wins and 2 losses, he was a 2012 160-pound champion from Muscle Shoals, Chandler Sartain. With 44 wins and 2 losses from Wetumpka, Khalid Jones. And with 48 wins and 4 losses from Oxford, Hunter Lee. Let's wrestle.
Couple of state champions in the middle, Matt, at 5A. Chase McClure, the defending 152, and Chandler Sartain from Muscle Shoals, the defending 160, but he drops down in weight. So that one should be quite interesting.
You very seldom see that also, dropping down a weight. They usually go up a weight because, you know, just a change. But he won last year at 160. Now he's wrestling 152.
Yeah, and these two guys are warriors. They're going to go after one another. That should be a great match here in the 5A.
In 6A, I would dare call it a rarity. You got 2 wrestlers that's never met in Jones and Lee. Khalid Jones out of Wetumpka, Hunter Lee out of Oxford.
Yeah, Lee in the silver jackets singlet there. And Jones in the kind of a gold there for Wetumpka. Lee's brother was a state champion also, Eric. So good, see a lot of the wrestling families and good wrestlers here today.
One big happy family here. And I'm not just talking about the immediate ones, but a lot of these folks, they see each other, know each other from tournaments all over the state. But we go to the 5A, Matt. Again, McClure and Sartain, 2 champions going at it. And right now there's no score. They've wrestled for about a minute 15.
McClure in the gold, Sartain in the black. Sartain's got his head wrapped under his head good there. He must have looks like it's right above his eye, a little injury there. And Jones on his back over there on the 6A mat. Lee with a 5-0 lead already.
And wrestling very, very well, too.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Jim Lee in the gray.
Those guys are both sophomores.
And we shift also to the 1A, 4A, where Cummings and Bishop are going at it. Cummings last year the champion in 145.
Yeah, and Bishop was runner-up, so that's a rematch of last year's final there between two seniors.
They ought to know each other by now, shouldn't they?
I bet they do.
Something tells me they've wrestled before.
They know what they have for breakfast, I'll tell you.
We start the second period on the 5A mat. Again, no score. Bishop has I beg your pardon, Cummings has a 4-2 lead on the 1A, 4A mat. You think we could get them next year to stack these mats one on top of the other? That way we could have a column view here. Like you said earlier, Don, it's like watching a tennis match trying to go back and forth, but it's a lot of fun, a lot of great action here.
Absolutely. They've been putting on quite a show today.
We tried a couple years ago to do the finals with one mat and run through, and it ended up taking 8,
You were here
10
the
hours.
day after tomorrow.
It took forever. It was a neat thing because the kids got one at a time, but with 3 classes and 14 weight classes, it was just too many matches.
And I know a lot of states do that. They'll start at Saturday morning and then take it all the way through to the evening.
Yeah,
That's just too much for mom and pops to be sitting in these seats up here. I can tell you that.
Yep.
Something tells me, Don, you wouldn't mind that, though.
I'd probably do it. I did it when my kid was wrestling.
Still no score on the 5A mat. Now 1A, 4A. A 6-4 advantage for Cummings.
And Lee's opened up a 10-0 lead over Jones on the 6A mat.
That's about as big as an advantage we've had in the championship round. He has been dominant so far. Very few of those type matches, though, here this afternoon. By the way, I wanted to remind people, you see the yard lines. No, they haven't instituted that into wrestling. They have an arena football league team here. And I understand you frequent those games quite often, Cliff.
They're not bad. It's good if you sit down low, and you can see the ads on the dasher boards as well. Those are the hockey dasher boards, so the football field is down over the ice, which is why it's nice and cool in here. But yeah, if you're down close in those games, they're pretty entertaining.
Now you get a good look at it. We're sitting on about the 20 of this 50-yard field. It is 50, right? I'm not much of an arena football fan, so I'm not real sure.
I guess that's 50 altogether.
I think so.
We have an injury on the 6A mat. It looks like Jones, I don't know if he's holding his shoulder or
yeah, he's definitely
in
favoring that left
pain
shoulder.
there. Still no score in the 5A match. We kind of expected that. McClure and Sartain, couple of champions going at it. And I can't really tell who's got an advantage if anybody does.
Scottsboro's been riding him pretty strong. They ought to stalemate this and start him over.
Sartain is in the dark uniform. McClure in the gold. Meanwhile, on the 1A, 4A end, Bishop and Cummings still going at it, and still a slight lead, 2-point lead for Cummings. He is in the red. Jones apparently okay. He's back at it on the 6A mat.
Yeah, but
and trying to avoid a pin.
You can see why his shoulder hurts. Lee was really cranking on him there and got him over, and going to pick up 3 more back points here, make it 13-0. And they're not even to the end of the second period yet.
Still got 10 seconds there. 10 seconds to go in the second period of the 5A match, and 1A, 4A already into the third period.
We might get to see our first tech match, tech fall. You know, when he scores 15 points ahead of his opponent, it's over.
145 medalists.
This one under a minute to go.
Medalists, please report.
Again,
145
6-4.
medalists, please report.
Cummings in red. Under a minute, 40 seconds and counting.
Third period on mat 2 there, and McClure and Sartain. McClure rode him out the whole second period, so it's still nothing.
Right.
And we have your technical win on the 6A as Hunter Lee decisions Jones 15-0. So congratulations to Lee and Oxford, another victory for them. We shift back over to the 1A, 4A mat, where this one's going down to the wire. 20 seconds to go, 6-4 still the score. And Bishop doing everything he can to try to change and get a couple of points here. What can he do, though?
Well, he's only got 3 seconds. He better do it quick.
Yeah, he's been working his best to turn Cummings, and it just wasn't happening. Cummings kept his base well, didn't let him get turned over, and picks up the win for Fultondale.
There was a day we used to call that playing possum. I don't know if they still do that, but it is a victory for Cummings and Fultondale. And we go to the 5A mat now to complete 152. And this one's still scoreless, a minute 19 remaining in the third period. Will we see another overtime? What have we had already? 3 already today?
Yeah, I think we've had at least 3.
Two champions going at it. Sartain in dark, McClure in gold.
I think you're right, Graham. This is kind of what you expected out of these two guys. They're both champions, and Sartain dropping down a weight class, obviously going to be pretty strong. I know McClure's strong. All the Scottsboro boys are always strong.
And they'll be in shape, too, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
When you get into a match when you know you got a guy who's been champion, does it affect, do you maybe I'll use the term rope-a-dope like Muhammad Ali used to do and wait for that opening, or do you just kind of try different things?
Well, you try not to do something stupid, I can tell you that.
That's a good one to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys, they'll kind of lay back and just wait for that right time. And
right.
Conserve some energy maybe, because they know when you hit that move, you got to hit it just right, because these guys, their technique is too good. If you make a mistake.
Very small room for error.
Exactly.
Yeah. When they're that close.
Still no score. 30 seconds left. An escape here would probably give McClure a victory.
Stalemate again there.
Yeah.
And because it's a championship, do you call a stalemate a little bit quicker?
When they're this close, I think they do, because you want them to keep wrestling. You want them to keep moving. See, you really don't want to penalize the boy on top because he is making some moves, but on the other hand, he's very cautious. He's not going to, like I said, do something stupid. And Coach, the man on the bottom, he's not going to just give him a hold. So they will call it.
So many guys nowadays are comfortable putting that leg in and riding and keeping their weight in the center, but they know that if that guy does do something stupid, they're going to turn him, and if
they're ready,
they can ride out and be fine. So overtime again here.
1 minute overtime period. First one to score in this minute wins.
I've no doubt these guys have seen each other at some point this year, so they're definitely being cautious and feeling each other out. They know what the other guy's strength is.
And one other note on both of them, I believe they're both seniors, so this is their last shot.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
So that makes it even more special. Again, Sartain's in the dark uniform, McClure in the gold.
The Muscle Shoals coach was a great official himself when he was refereeing. And he got this chance to take the Muscle Shoals job. He did. Had to give up his referee's license.
Yeah, but he's done a good job over there. They basically started from scratch.
Right, they did.
And done a good job.
He's good.
Yeah, Jeff Hosse's.
He was a good official.
He was a good official.
Real good official.
So 1 minute gone by, nothing decided. And we'll go to the 30-second periods.
McClure deferred his choice. Sartain's going to take down.
And so now you keep score for the next 30 seconds.
Ooh, that was a good move.
And a point for Sartain. 15 seconds to go in this half period.
And McClure's got to go here. He's going to get a chance to go down, but the best he can do is tie it up. And Sartain scoring the first point, he's going to get his choice if they go to sudden death. So
Scottsboro really needs to win this match if they're going to stay in contention here for the state tournament.
yeah,
the state title.
Yep. This would be a good start to a good stretch for them. You got Womack coming up next, and be a good win for Scottsboro right here.
.30 seconds to go. 1-0 McClure. Excuse me, 1-0 Sartain. And now he can try to hold on for dear life.
Right. Took a little peek at the clock there, see what was happening.
He's a little high now.
He's getting too high.
Yep.
He better hurry, though. If it's McClure, he's got 5 seconds. He can't do anything, and that's going to be it. Sartain the winner in overtime, double overtime, 1-0. Your final in the 152 5A to go along with Lee of Oxford and Cummings of Fultondale, your winners. Now back to the podium.
For the presentation of the 145 weight class. In fourth place, Dalton Wiggins of Renburn. Third place, Coleman Adams, St. James. Second place, Sam Ingram, Susan Moore. First place, Joaquin Fuqua of Deschler. In 5A, fourth place, Devontae Rabazi of Centerpoint. Third place, Jaquan Barber of Homewood. Second place, Devontae Stance, Benjamin Russell. First place, Hayden Riles, Southside Gadsden. Sixth place, Trevor Edwards of Grissom. Fifth place, Greg Artolona of Huntsville. Fourth place, DeAndre Beck of Stanhope Elmore. Third place, Andrew Korn of Vestavia Hills. Second place, Jesse Webster, Bob Jones. First place, Cody Lane, Auburn. Now let's meet our 160s. With 64 wins, 8 losses from Oak Grove, Dylan Horman. With 33 wins and no losses from Huntville, Hunter Scott. A senior with 52 wins and 9 losses from Thompson, Cayman Holder. With 66 wins and 1 loss from Clay Chalkville, Nick Weldon. With 55 wins, 12 losses from Arab, Tony Johnson. He is a 4-time state champion, 3-time state tournament most outstanding wrestler. He has a career 344 wins. He has 318 career pins, which is another record. Ladies and gentlemen, with 73 wins, 1 loss, Brandon Womack. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wrestle.
Well, I guess if there was ever a superstar in this event, this guy is it, Womack.
Yeah, Brandon Womack on mat 2 there, 5A, the gold singlet against Tony Johnson from Arab in the white singlet, black leggings. Just a junior, trying to win his 5th state title this year, looking for a 6th next year. He's an outstanding wrestler. Jumped all the way up from 126 to 160 this year. He just grew into a man all of a sudden, and I wouldn't want anything to do with him myself.
He's going right after it, too. He got his 2-0 takedown right there.
Again, Womack in gold. Just a junior.
He made a little mistake there. Tried it too fast.
Yeah, he had a tilt on. He just didn't take his time with it.
Yep.
So now the match is tied at 2-2. We'll try to keep you up to date on the others as well. Harmon and Scott on the 1A, 4A mat. Weldon and Holder on the 6A mat.
Yeah, you got Weldon in the blue singlet, navy blue singlet there. Holder in the black singlet for Thompson. Holder's already up 4-1, it looks like, on Weldon.
As we shift back to watching Womack.
Womack gets the reversal. He's up 4-2 now on Johnson.
And if you're Johnson, you know you've got to do something fast and maybe take more chances than you normally would.
Absolutely. But Womack's such a solid wrestler. He's taking his time. Now he got it in a little hurry a while ago and give up that reversal.
Yeah, he's got that bottom leg cradle work, and if he locks that up, Johnson's going to squirt out of bounds on him.
Would that be the equivalent of coming out of the no-huddle offense, something like that?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, 6A, 4-1.
152 medalists.
Holden with the advantage as they're about to finish up the first period.
Again, that's Holder there in the black singlet, the red trim. Weldon in the navy with the gray trim. Weldon gets a quick escape there, makes it 4-2. That was right at the buzzer there with 2 seconds left. So
you don't give up those.
Not with that short of time.
No.
You don't want to give that up. That may come back to bite Holder there.
Yeah, you can't do that.
1A, 4A. Apparently we've got a blood timeout, so we'll shift to 5A, where Womack and Johnson are doing battle. Still 4-2 as they start the second period. And 6A still 4-2 there. They are about 10 seconds into the second period. Holder from Thompson. And the action back on the 1A, 4A mat. About to finish period number 1. And they're both wearing white.
So you got to go to those ankle.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, Scott from Huntville is in green there. He's got a big H on his chest. If he ever pops up, you can see it there. Harmon right there, Oak Grove with the red trim. Looks like it's 2-1 Scott. Just a 10th grader, 33-0.
Yep, out of Huntville and Elmore County near Montgomery. That's the one interesting thing about wrestling. You know, Huntville doesn't have their entire team here. In fact, he might have been one of maybe 3 or 4 wrestlers here, but there he is, a chance to win a state championship. That's pretty neat thing.
It is, it's great.
And that's what you got to do to get excitement at the school. Even if you just get 1 state champion, it breeds. It breeds. I'm telling you, you'll have more boys coming out for the sport.
Yeah, Womack picked up 2 near fall points there on Johnson. Got himself a little high again, though.
Yes.
.30 seconds to go in the period for Womack. Now a 6-5 advantage in 6A.
Womack's going to hit a rock and roll right here and get Johnson to his back. Well, wasn't able to get him to his back, but he did a good job there of fighting off that.
You can tell he's pretty sharp.
Yeah, he knows it all. And what's great about him is, you know, the 73, they don't wrestle pancakes and cupcakes. They go to Bradley Central. That's where his 1 loss was this year, up in Tennessee. They go up to the Brawl up above in Johnson City. They wrestle all over. Coach Qualls really tests his team, so when they come to states, they're ready.
They move into the third period on the 6A mat. Holder still holding a slim 1-point lead. He is in black. Weldon in blue.
They're going to give Weldon another escape there on the edge, so now it's tied. So now Holder's really wishing he hadn't gave up that escape.
Yep.
At the end of that period.
Weldon 66-1. And again, I'm sure these two, they're from the Birmingham area, have wrestled many, many times. On the 5A mat, Johnson trying to find something. He's down 6-2. And now a tie on the 6A mat, 6-6.
7-2 now with Scottsboro.
And the same score on the 1A, 4A mat.
He's got to get the weight on the hands over there, and he does. Holder takes the lead, 8-6. On the 6A mat 1.
Meanwhile, Womack trying to get the pin. Did he get it? I believe he did.
He got it.
There was that Scottsboro cradle.
Brandon Womack, another win. Oh, by the way. 5-time state champion, Brandon Womack. And he'll do it, or at least he'll get a chance one more time next year.
He's tough.
Close battle on the 6A mat. And a reverse and a tie between Holder and Weldon.
28 seconds to go. Weldon with the reverse ties it up.
And he's come from a long way back in this match.
Yeah, he was down early. He's done a good job. He's got the cradle locked up here. Look at this.
He's going to win it.
He's going to win it.
7 seconds left. Holder looks like he's in a stupor.
He can't believe it. Yeah.
There was nothing he could do. And Weldon, in come-from-behind fashion, wins the 6A 160-pound weight class. And we'll quickly shift over to 1A 4A to finish out this one. Right now a 7-2 advantage for Scott. And I would say he's in the white, but he's the one in the white with the H on his chest.
Yeah, he's up 9-2 now with about 50 seconds to go. He's handled Harmon pretty good in this match.
So 2 great victories here in 160. Womack the winner. Weldon the winner in 6A, Womack in 5A, as we have 50 seconds now left in this match between Scott and Harmon. And at this point, if you're Scott, you just try not to make a big boo-boo.
Yeah, he let him up. That way there's no chance for reversal, and all you got to do here is just not get thrown, not give up any headlocks, any silly moves like that.
Reminder, as you watch the final seconds of this match, you can get a copy of this and all the matches today by going online to ahsaa.playonsports.com. Buy your own copy of the Alabama State High School Wrestling Championships for 2013. And that should do it. Hunter Scott from Huntville. He is the champion in 160 for Class 1A, 4A. So Womack, Scott, and Weldon are your winners. We shift our attention back to the podium. And Matthew Schmitz, our public address announcer.
In fourth place, Stevie Jones of American Christian. In third place, DJ Thomas, Tallahassee. In second place, Dylan Bishop, Susan Moore. And in first place, Zachary Cummings, Fultondale. In fourth place, Andrew Parrish, ARAB. Third place, Noah Crocker, Homewood. Second place, Chase McClure, Scottsboro. And first place, Chandler Sartain of Muscle Shoals. In 6A. Sixth place, Dustin Horton, Tuscaloosa County. Fifth place, Will Knox, Vestavia Hills. Fourth place, Fred Denton, Hewitt Trustville. Third place, Daniel Edwards, Pill City. Second place, Khalid Jones, Wetumpka. And first place, Hunter Lee of Oxford. Now let's meet the 170-pound classification. With 31 wins and 10 losses, from St. James, Chase Ritter. A defending champion in the 160 classification. With 46 wins and 2 losses, from Calera, Cody Mize. A runner-up in 2012, a sophomore from Southside Gadsden with a record of 65-3, Kate Kitchens. A 2011 state champion with 56 wins, 9 losses. A junior from Scottsboro, celebrating his birthday today, Nick Boyer. A 2012 state champion with 54 wins and 0 losses from Smith Station, Tim Hester. A 2012 champion in 145, 31 wins, 1 loss, from Thompson, Nick Hall. Let's wrestle.
Matchup once again of some state champions. Unusual, those 6A guys. We've got a guy who wrestled 145 last year. That would be Nick Hall of Thompson in the black. And here he is facing last year's champion at 170, Tim Hester from Smith Station.
Yeah, Hall's one of the most technical wrestlers anywhere in the state. He's fantastic. He doesn't look the part. You look at him, you don't think much of him, but his technique is fantastic.
Meanwhile, you've got on the 5A mat, Kitchens, runner-up at 152 last year. Meanwhile, Boyette was runner-up at 160, so a couple of guys going after a state title at a different class.
Right, and then also to bring you up to date, the score in the 5A for the team title is ARAB 140, Scottsboro 136.
Very, very close.
Real close.
So that certainly makes this match on the 5A mat
very important.
Important indeed. Thompson, we understand, pretty much in control in 6A.
Yeah.
And 1A, 5A, you got another St. James wrestler right now, and they could very easily clinch as we got a near pin on the 5A mat. Boyette's in some trouble.
Yeah, he got himself into some trouble there. He got out of position. Kitchens is a good wrestler.
His brother was a 3-time state champion.
Yeah, another one of those brothers that's really good.
Trying to get that second shoulder down. That's Kitchens on top.
See, he's just a 10th grader, too. Kitchens is.
Yeah. About 30 seconds left. Boyette's fought off his back finally and got a reversal. It's going to make it 7-4, though. Boyette's down. Hall with another takedown over there on mat 1. He's got a 4-1 lead on Hester.
That's the 6A mat, and then on the far end on the right, we've got the 1A, 4A with Ritter in gold and Mize in the light blue from Calera.
Called him out of bounds there right as the time ran out, so they'll go into the second period.
Mize, the 160-pound champion last year. Another one that moved up in class.
Hall with another takedown. Hall in black there for Thompson. Hester Smith Stations in the white.
A lot of scoring in the 6A and 5A matches in the early going.
Hall's just a master on his feet. He's unbelievable takedowns. And he'll ride Hester for a little while, and he may just get bored and let him up and take him down again. He's something else.
3-1 lead for Mize on the 1A, 4A mat. They've got 1:45 to go in the second period.
Boyette gives up another reversal there.
That was a smooth move by Kitchens.
It sure was.
Kitchens in the black.
Because it looked like Scottsboro was going to turn him on his back, and next thing you know, he's on top of Scottsboro.
9-4 the score in this match. Mize is in control in light blue at 5-1 on the 1A, 4A mat. All three in the second period. 1 minute to go in the 5A match. And those two have really gone at it here. Now 9-4 with Kitchens on top, literally and in the score.
Well, you know Boyette's got to be hungry. He was a champ in 2011 and then was runner-up last year, so you know he wants to get back to the top of that podium. Having a little trouble here to start off with Kitchens, though.
Kitchens has been attacking since the start.
He really has been very aggressive.
And Don's right. His brother was fun to watch. He was an excellent wrestler too. Reminds me of how Hall is, how technical he is down here on mat 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now the 6A match has a injury timeout.
Boyette fought off his back again. But look at Kitchens slick out of there on him.
And that'll end the period. 12-4 now. Kitchens on top. Meanwhile, the 1A, 4A. And I believe we've got an injury on that end. And I'm not sure if it's Ritter or Mize that is hurt. Looks like it's Mize. They're looking somewhere in his face.
Working on his nose down there. Oh, Boyette's down 8 here. He's in the gold. Kitchens on top in the black, white stripes.
Again, both of these wrestlers runner-up last year in their weight classification. Which is easier, moving up or moving down in weight class?
Well, you know, competition-wise, you would think moving down would be easier, but cutting the weight can be tougher. But a lot of these guys are going so much year-round now that they don't do like we used to and blow up 40 pounds in the off-season and try to get back down.
Let's leave blowing up out of this, all right?
Okay.
Less than a minute to go in the 6A.
You talk about
I've done the best I can, okay? I'm trying to keep it off.
You talk about cutting weight. It's really tough on the family. People don't think about that too much, but the family goes through this with these boys. And if that boy's close to weight or has to cut 2 or 3 pounds, he's not eating. That means the whole family doesn't eat. you got to go with the young man if he's got to put that much out here into this program.
And there's a lot of tricks that you try to lose a pound or two.
Yep.
And you see him wearing the plastic bags. And,
yep.
I don't know what all they do nowadays. But
quick story about my son when he was wrestling at the state tournament. When you could weigh in the night before the championships the next day, he comes out, he's 2 pounds over. I said, son, you're going to make weight tonight. We were in Athens. I was at that little motel down the street about half a mile. And I said, you're going to do it now.
There's the horn for Kitchens. He will win the 170-pound weight class in 5A, defeating Boyette. So Kitchens will get the first place medal.
Anyway, to finish that quick story, he does a backflip too. I run my son all the way down to that motel, got a bunch of clothes on him, ran around, ran him all the way back, followed him in the car.
Ritter and Mize battling on 1A, 4A, and right now Mize with I would call it a commanding lead. They've got 40 seconds left, 7-2 over Ritter. Again, St. James leading the team competition.
Yeah, they've got a pretty comfortable cushion there, 107.5 to 87 last time.
They got 20 points, so they're in pretty good shape. And
really good shape.
There's still one more meeting between both Tallahassee and St. James, so I believe that'll come in the next round. I'll check that, but
there's the 3 for Mize. That'll make it 10-2. Just about 10 seconds left in that one down there. Now we're back to the 6A. Hall's got a 13-6 lead over Hester, but that's been mostly takedowns and letting him escape and working on his feet. Hall likes to be on wrestle on his feet.
A minute 20 to go in this match. Again, Hall in the dark color. Hester in the Superman logo, which stands, by the way, for Smith Station.
There you go.
I saw Hester's semifinal match yesterday. He went into overtime with one of the Huntsville wrestlers. It was a great match, and he was pretty much out of gas. And let's see how much he's got left in the tank here. It's a great ankle pick by Hall.
So a champion on the other match is Mize is the winner in the 1A, 4A, 170-pound class. So congratulations to Kobe Mize. And this one is getting away from Hester. Hall now with a 15-6 advantage.
And the sweet part about that move was he took him straight to his back.
Straight to his back, exactly. Made it 18-6 after the near fall. So they'll pick up at least one bonus point there for the major decision if he holds on.
He may get a technical there.
He may. He's going for it.
10 seconds to go.
That's going to make it 21-6. That's it.
Yeah.
Technical fall. That's a bonus point and a half.
And they will stop it. You're right. 21-6. Again, those are two guys that have won state championships before. That's a very impressive win by Nick Hall of Thompson.
And judging by the Thompson team reaction, that might have wrapped up the team title.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, Hester again was the defending champ at 170. But he's knocked off that perch by Nick Hall, and now we move back to the podium for more presentations.
Coca-Cola, Encore, Farmers Insurance, Russell, Timothy, and Wilson. The awards are to be presented by Steve Severance, Executive Director of the AHSAA, Wanda Gilliland, Alvin Riggs, and Jim Tolbert of the AHSAA, Lindsey Bell of Farmers Insurance, and Mark Russell from the Huntsville City Council. In 1A through 4A, fourth place, Dante Stanley, Fultondale. Third place, James Tanner Dixon of Piedmont. Second place, Dylan Harmon, Oak Grove. First place, Hunter Scott, Huntville. In 5A, Chase Weeks of Shelby County in 4th place. 3rd place, Raheem Harris, Muscle Shoals. 2nd place, Tony Johnson of ARAD. 1st place, Brandon Womack, Scottsboro. In 6A, 6th place, Alex Maxwell, Bob Jones. 5th place, Jack Nelson, Vestavia Hills. 4th place, Micah McGlathery, Spartan. 3rd place, Killian Hoyt, Grissom. 2nd place, Cayman Holder, Thompson. And 1st place, Nick Weldon, Clay Chalkville.
We got 4 matches in each classification remaining. 182, 195, 220, and then the big boys at 285.
Ladies and gentlemen,
but right now, as far as the team is concerned, it looks like it's at least to the 1A, 4A, and then the 6A. But before, Don, we get you on that, let's go back to the match.
In 2011, 57 wins, 4 losses, and 182 from Oak Grove, Robbie Cannon. 39 wins, 9 losses. From American Christian, Sean Blackburn. With 41 wins and 4 losses from Benjamin Russell, Blake Chappell. With 42 wins and 7 losses from Fort Payne, Bear Langston. He's a 2-time runner-up and a 1-time champion with 60 wins and 0 losses from Hewitt Trustville, Marcus Elkins. With 45 wins and 5 losses from Spade Park, Kevin McClure. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wrestle.
As I was saying beforehand, Don, this one, St. James in pretty good shape. Also, Thompson in pretty good shape, but the 5A is pretty close.
Yeah, it's real close. Matter of fact, we're going to check it here just 1 second.
All right, and as you check that, we will tell you what's going on the mats here. Some quick action on the 5A mat, and a quick 2 points for Chappelle. Again, he is
in 5A now. We got ARAB at 140, Scottsboro 130. So it's gonna come down to the wire here, I think.
trying to check the leg colors here. Chappelle is in red and Langston in green. Langston being on top right now in 5A. Of course, out of Fort Payne. Chappelle out of Benjamin Russell. Get another one of those. We've seen Benjamin Russell wearing a couple of different colors today.
Little trivia here for you. You know, the head of the High School Athletic Association was a coach and principal at Benjamin Russell.
That's right. Steve Savarese, coach there, led him to a couple of football state championships.
Right. One of the better ones. That ought to get us a raise or something.
You would think. Again, Chappelle on top, moving over to 1A, 4A. It is Blackburn and Cannon. Robbie Cannon out of Oak Grove. Blackburn is from American Christian.
Yeah, Cannon's another guy who was a state champion in 2011 and a runner-up last year. So, again, another guy trying to get back up there. Boy, it wasn't able to.
But Cannon, no score here at the end of the first period. Time's going to run out on the 1A, 4A mat.
They finished a period on the 5A mat and the 1A, or excuse me, the 6A mat. In fact, all three of them now. And I don't think we've had that happen yet today. All three of them ending at the same time.
Perfect timing. Well, Elkins has got a 2-0 lead there on the 6A mat. Elkins in the red and silver singlet. McClure from Spain Park in the white with the light blue trim. Elkins had two brothers that were also state champions. So, again, right down those family lines of wrestlers. Another big theme here today.
Again, 182-pound weight class here. We'll try to keep you updated on the score. We've got a timeout, a injury timeout on 5A.
Another takedown for Elkins, makes it 4-0.
That's, of course, in the 6A match.
Blood on the other two mats now, it looks like.
Seems like we've had a lot more of that this year than we have in past years.
All 170 members.
And of course, they're going to be extra careful.
Please report.
And Elkins has got, can't see the referee counting, but he was counting, so Elkins is going to score three back points there, it looks like.
Elkins out of Hewitt-Trussville. Of course, he's the one on top in red. Now a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, Elkins not having much trouble here. A two-time runner-up and champion last year in 170. Already out to a 10-0 lead here on McClure, who's just a sophomore.
Yeah, it's a case where Elkins being the senior, I guess you could dare say have a little bit of advantage there, having 2 years on him.
Yeah, I think as you get up in these weights, I think that becomes much more of a factor than in the smaller weights.
A lot of experience, and using it to full advantage.
Trying to get that second shoulder down. He almost had it there. And now looks like he may.
It's pretty close. Referee trying to get in there and see.
There it is.
There it is.
Elkins with a pin. For Hewitt-Trussville.
Perfect season.
Unbelievable.
61-0.
Now back to 5A, Chappelle and Langston. Chappelle, of course, from Benjamin Russell. Langston out of Fort Payne trying to get out of the lock.
Well, Chappelle's going to make it a 7-0 lead here at the end of the second period. Again, pretty much in command.
Much tighter match on 1A, 4A, where Blackburn and Cannon are going at it. A 1-0 lead as I check the scoreboard. And either I'm getting colorblind or I can't see the colors on their leg bands. I believe
Red's got red.
Red has red. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. I can barely see Cannons.
And I believe that's American Christian then in the lead.
It is.
Blackburn with a 1-0 advantage. They're about to finish the second period. There's no names on either one of those outfits, so it's kind of tough to tell.
Yeah, a lot of these guys that, over a 2 or 3 day period, they bring a couple extra singlets. They change a lot. Sometimes you can't tell who's who out there.
So they'll go to the final period, a 1-0 advantage for Blackburn. And still in control on mat 2 with Ben Russell's Chappelle. Now up 9-0. As we'll stick with the 1A, 4A here in the third period.
Cannon really dropping those hips down. Still can't break the grip, though. Now, if he goes to the mat, though, it'd be locked hands, but he did break the grip.
And that's an escape and a point.
Tied it up, 1-1.
Cannon is a senior. The one in white, and now we shift to the 5A, and another senior, pair of them, Chappelle and Langston. Chappelle in control, third period, less than 30 seconds to go. And Chappelle with a 9-0 lead.
Yeah, Chappelle's been in control of this match pretty much from the outset. He's got Langston on his back again here.
And he'll finish it out and give Benjamin Russell the state championship in 182. So Cannon, second year in a row now, he finishes as the runner-up.
From Benjamin Russell,
I beg your pardon, that's Langston. I got a little confused there. So Chappelle the winner, and Cannon trying not to be the runner-up for the second year in a row down to the 1A/4A mat.
Well, he's down.
Right now he is down, though. That's correct.
Got the escape, though. Made it 3-2. About 38 seconds left to go in that match. Good to see Chappelle being congratulated by the coaches.
28 seconds to go. Blackburn in red with a 1-point lead.
He was in on the leg, and he's in on it again.
And it looks like there'll be 2 more points, and there is 2 more points for Blackburn.
That was kind of a 50-50 there. Blackburn got the best of him.
Final seconds tick off, and there it is.
your winner in 1A/4A and your state champion from American Christian.
So Sean Blackman, the winner in 182.
Blackburn.
Chappelle for Benjamin Russell in 5A, and with the pin, Marcus Elkins of Hewitt-Trustful. So in just a minute, we'll hear the official winners of the 170 weight class as they'll all venture their way over to the podiums. 3 more to go here in Huntsville. We got the 195 coming up next, the 220 and the 285. I won't put you on the spot, but we've had some great matches. But anything sticking out to you so far?
They've all been great so far, I think. We had some good overtimes. Each one of them went the distance, and it was great.
In 1A through 4A.
Probably
in
maybe the Scottsboro
Blake
was.
Freeman, Weaver. Third place, Zach Jones, Huntville. Second place, Chase Ritter, St. James. First place, Kobe Mines, Calera. In 5A, fourth place, Dion Maxwell, Benjamin Russell. Third place, Parker Sims of Hayden. Second place, Nick Boyette, Scottsboro. First place, Kate Kitchens, Southside Gadsden. 6A, sixth place, Kyle Miller of Grissom. Fifth place, Sam Howard of Huntsville. Fourth place, Marcus Graham of Wetumpka. Third place, Landon Edwards of James Clemens. Second place, Tim Hester, Smith Station. And first place, Nick Hall, Thompson. And a very odd request, if there's a Miss Blevins, Mr. Boyette from Scottsboro wants to know if you'll go to prom with him.
You get a little bit of everything here, don't you? I hope the answer is yes. All right, we now move to the 195, and let's see who these wrestlers are.
She said, call me maybe. Let's meet the 195s. From St. Clair County, has 45 wins and 1 loss. He was the 2012 champion. Correction, runner-up. From St. Clair County, Josh Harden. He has a 36-6 record. From Leeds High School, Jonathan Hagler. with a 46-10 record, 25 pin from Athens High School, Bolton Patton. With a 43-13 record from Huntsville High School, Clint Bender. With a 42-4 record from Hoover, a junior, Alec Shinara. With a 49-6 record from Bob Jones High School, Micah Hatley. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wrestle.
All right. Getting close as we got, I'll call them the big guys here at 195. 1A, 4A, we've got Leeds and St. Clair, which are two schools not too far apart from each other. And already we've got a move on the 5A mat. We've already got a pin.
Well, we got a Scottsboro
Or
wrestler.
do we have a stoppage?
Well, we had a Scottsboro wrestler that might have been injured there. He didn't move much after that pin. I'm not sure if there was an injury there or not. I was kind of scared there for a second.
He didn't move at all.
Yeah, that was Patton from Athens and Clint Bender from Hartsville took him straight to his back, and I don't know if he did not black out for a second or not. There's kind of a scary thing there, but Clint Bender picks up the pin and the win for Hartsville.
All right. That one was what, barely 10 seconds in.
Right.
That might be the quickest pin of the weekend. We'll check that. But meanwhile, a pretty festive match on 6A where Shinara and Hatley are going at it. And then also on 1A, 4A, you've got Hagler and Harden. Hagler in the black with the green I call them wristbands. Let's call them ankle bands. And Harden in the red.
Well, Hagler got Harden to his back, wasn't able to keep the arm, and ended up giving up a reversal. You've got Shinara from Hoover. He's in the black singlet with the skull and crossbones. Hatley and Bob Jones in the American flag singlet. That's a 2-1 score there. Shinara's got a 2-1 lead. About 10 seconds left here in this first period.
Again, the pin for Bender. The 5A match is already completed. So if you tuned in to watch that one, you missed it. Into the first period in the 6A match, as well as the 1A, 4A match. So both complete the first period. 2-1 your score with Hoover on top
Coaches,
in this match.
Make sure you turn in your most outstanding wrestler and best match ballots.
Quick reversal there by Shinara. Makes it 4-1 here to beginning of the second period. Haven't seen as many Hoover wrestlers in the finals.
I was going to ask you about that. For whatever reason,
I know they graduated a few guys last year. As you see, switched to Harden and Hagler down there. Harden just about had Hagler over. But yeah, I think they lost a few to graduation, and the programs definitely in pretty good shape. Coach Knudsen does a great job. And there's the cradle from Harden.
Here's a situation, though, he can never pin him from right there because the angle's bad.
Yeah.
But you can get some back points. You get your points.
Yeah, he switched off to a wing there, and now he's got a shot to pin him.
Yeah.
11-4 is the score. Minute to go in the period. Still in the second. That's Harden in red.
It's a pretty good angle. I think that's a pin right now.
Yeah.
And it is. Another pin. Second of the class, second of the weight class. This time it is Josh Harden of St. Clair.
Harden!
So Harden with the win, the championship of 195 in 1A, 4A, and we'll move over to 6A now and complete the weight class. Shannara and Hatley. Shannara has seemingly been in control, but only a 4-1 score. Less than 30 seconds remain in the period.
Hatley's out right there. All he's got to do is, well, he went back for the head. If he just lifts his arm, he's out there.
182 medalists, 182 medalists, please report. 182 medalists, please report.
They'll finish out the final seconds with a 4-1 difference.
Coach Edwards asking Hatley what he wanted to do there. He wants to go neutral on his feet in his third period. He wasn't having much luck on the bottom, getting away from Shannara. Probably not a bad idea.
You got to go with your strength, and that's the way he felt, I guess.
Yep.
Again, Shannara in black, Hatley in red. And a 2-point for Shannara. Now 6-1.
Now Hatley's really got to make something happen here. Down 5, he needs a big move. Just getting out, it's not going to help.
And he's pretty much struggled the entire match, just trying to get out of the grasp of Shannara.
Got his one.
So he does pick up a point. But I guess if you're Shannara, you're not too disappointed with that. You're just trying to finish it off here. You've got the lead.
Right. If you've got a lead like that, you want to stay in control, but you also don't want to give up a big move and go to your back and give up 4 or 5 points. So always easier to let the guy go, give him one, and go back to work. And as you can see, Shannara's handling pretty well on his feet. Hatley took kind of an ill-advised shot there.
Picks up 2 more points, does Shannara. Now 8-2. Under a minute. Shannara from Hoover.
2 quick pins, about as quiet as it's been in here.
I was going to say.
All day, isn't it?
And this one is not going to change the final outcome. Look, at least it looks to be at this point.
Yeah, about 20 seconds here. Hatley not moving much, or not able to move much. Shannara looks to be pretty tough on top.
Final 10 seconds. Shannara will win the 195-pound weight class in 6A.
Your winner!
Final score of 8-2. So he picks up the state title. So 2 pins.
Your state champion from Hoover
in this 195-pound weight class, including Hardin of St. Clair, Bender of Huntsville.
All 182 medalists on the podium, please.
And now Shannara of
As a
Hoover
reminder,
getting
coaches,
the 6A
please make
victory.
Sure you turn in your ballots. Coaches, please
So
make
we'll
sure
once
you
again
turn in
head
your
over
ballots.
to the podium for our medal presentations. And a reminder again, you can check out this and all the
We need
events
195
of the
medalists.
2013 State Wrestling Championships. Go to ahsaa.playonsports.com and order your on DVD. Graham Dunn, Cliff Paint, and Don Hines with you here in Huntsville.
Fourth place.
As we now
Andy
have
Waller,
presentations
Susan
of
Moore.
more medals.
Third place, Drew Baker, Tallahassee. Second place, Robbie Cannon, Oak Grove. First place, Sean Blackburn, American Christian. Fourth place, Griffin Dunn, Arab. Third place, Lee Edge of Southside Gadsden. Second place, David Langston, Fort Payne. First place, Charles Chappell, Benjamin Russell. Sixth place, Cameron England, Buckhorn. Fifth place, Levi Hickson, Bob Jones. Fourth place, Jesse Herring, Jeff Davis. Third place, Christian Stewart, Tuscaloosa County. Second place, Kevin McClure, Spain Park. First place, Marcus Elkins, Hewitt Trustville. Now let's get ready for the 220s. With 53 wins, 3 losses, from St. Clair County, Levi Green. A 2012 runner-up with 25 wins and 2 losses, from Corner High School, Cody Deason. A state runner-up at 220 with a 63-8 record, from Scottsboro, Matthew Franco. With 36 wins and 11 losses, from Vincent Valley, Jonathan Duke. A runner-up in 2012 with a 47-0 record, and a state finalist in this school's first year of existence, from James Clemens, Ryan Stinger. From Vestavia Hills, with 43 wins and 1 loss, number 8, junior Dalton Campbell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wrestle.
A couple of interesting points about these matches. In particular, Stanger wrestled for Bob Jones last year, moves over to the brand new school, now wrestling for James Clemens.
Yeah, I mean, that school opened up as a 6A school, and Bob Jones is such a big school that even when they split, both schools are still 6A. And, Stinger, the Clark brothers, a couple other wrestlers, Landon Edwards moved over there, wrestling for Joel Loudon, and Stinger obviously undefeated on the year, so having a great year. You can see by his frame that he was built for this sport. Low center of gravity, and tough kid.
The coach there at Joel Loudon was a great wrestler for Grissom High School.
And a great referee the last few years as
yes.
well.
Meanwhile, the 5A match, a big one now. Scottsboro trying to put a dent into the lead that Arab has, but looked like they're in a little bit of a trouble here with Franco.
Deep trouble.
Yeah, Duke's got Franco in the headlock. Franco's battling.
Ooh.
We've barely wrestled a minute in this match. Franco trying to avoid the pin. There it is. 1 minute in. Jonathan Duke with a pin of Matthew Franco.
Duke's just a sophomore too, so pretty impressive for a sophomore at that weight.
And I'd hate to think that he's still growing. But you know what? He looks like it.
He
He looks
looks
like he
like-
could still get a little bit bigger.
He's got a
real big.
Kind of a baby face on him. It looks like he could grow a little more.
All right, let's shift over to 1A, 4A, where Green and Deason are going at it. Green out of St. Clair, Deason out of Corner.
Green in the maroon singlet. Deason in the black with the yellow flames.
Now you think they would have given Green, since his name is Green, the Green, well, never mind.
Yeah.
No score in this match as they finish the first period, and they're almost to the end of the first period on the 6A mat where it is scoreless. Again, Stanger, Thursday, an 8-second pin. That's pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive. That's fast.
Of course, we had one in this championship round a few rounds back, about a 10-second pin. No score again as they start the second period on both the 1A, 4A mat and the 6A mat. Again, green and red. Stanger and Campbell. Stanger out of the new school, James Clemens. Again, he finished second last year while a member of the Bob Jones wrestling team.
Campbell's a good wrestler. He's, I think he's just a junior, but I've seen him around since he was a freshman. He's a good wrestler. Stinger's always had some shoulder problems on that throw, and of course now he's not getting up. So, oops, I thought that throw looked a little awkward.
I was going to say that looked painful just watching it.
Yeah, he's always had some shoulder issues. Had a couple matches last year against some of our Huntsville wrestlers where he had to stop a match. Like I said, he's a tough kid. He fought through it and got on the stand as a runner-up.
Shifting back over to 1A, 4A. And now a 1-0 lead for Deason in black. And it looks like that Stanger is okay. He is up and ready to wrestle again. But right now we're watching Green and Deason on the 1A, 4A mat. Again, this is 220 pounds. Already had a pin with Jonathan Duke winning in about a minute over Franco of Scottsboro. That on the 5A mat. .25 seconds in the second period remaining in this 1A, 4A mat. On 6A, Stanger in white.
Stinger had a shot there. He got in on Campbell's leg, but Campbell's got that whizzer in, torquing on that shoulder of Stinger's. It's bad.
Now, be honest. When you know a guy's got a bad shoulder, do you use it to your advantage?
I think most guys will.
They won't admit that.
Yeah,
but I would think, you know, and I don't mean to be mean-spirited or say that the wrestlers are, but sometimes if you know a guy's hurting, you're gonna go at that point.
Let's say the coach will make that call, and the right coach will definitely go after it.
Well, I know some coaches that definitely will.
Yeah.
And we're not saying that's what's happening here, but
no.
Campbell right now with a 1-0 lead, 30 seconds to go in the second period. I think Stanger, though, knows how to, as you've mentioned already, he's had to battle through injuries, so he's been through this before, right, Cliff?
Oh, yeah, he like I said, he's battled that shoulder. I think he had surgery after the season last year, if I'm not mistaken, so he knows, and he knows, you know, he needs to stay away from, you know, that side, tough.
He probably plays football too, doesn't he?
I'm not sure if he's a football player or not, to be honest with you. Well, that looked like it could have been two there. Campbell got a break there, fighting off that takedown. Yeah, I think Stinger's, if it's his left shoulder, you can see him go to his right a lot, trying to stay away from where he's sore.
1A, 4A back on that mat, and we're tied at 1 with Green and Deason. As they are 1 minute remaining in the final period. Again, they'll go overtime if it's tied after 3.
They both had escapes, but nobody doing much from their feet.
And these guys, quite frankly, they get a little more fatigued a little quicker than the smaller wrestlers.
The big boys do.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a reverse on the 6A mat. And 2 points for Stanger.
Yeah, great job on the reversal there by Stinger.
He's wearing white, Campbell in red.
Campbell tried to hit that Peterson. Stinger slipped his arm out. Campbell had to come back.
And on the 1A, 4A, some action. It looked like Green might have gotten a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah,
and he does take 2 points and leads 3-1.
Yeah, he got one right in front of the scores table there, just as they were going out of bounds. 17 seconds left now. He's got to ride decent.
Boy, you talk about good timing, right?
Well, he let him up. Going to make it 3-2.
But he's got to hold on for 10 seconds.
He's going to put them track shoes on now, I tell you.
The skates. Hey, Will, back right out of bounds there. He got one for stalling, but there's one second left.
Less than a minute to go on the 6A mat. There it is on the 1A, 4A. Levi Gray with a win over Cody Deason in the 1A, 4A. In 220, now quickly over to 6A. 39 seconds to go. It's a 1-point match. And it is Stenger on top. He's in white.
Campbell hit that Peterson again. Stenger got lucky. He didn't counter it correctly, but he got lucky. Turned back the other way. I imagine Campbell's probably going to try to hit it again here. 20 seconds left. He's just going to ride it out
5 seconds left. It doesn't look like Campbell has anything left. And Stenger comes from behind. Wait a minute.
Oh, no, he give it. No, come on.
Now, what happened there? Did he let loose too quickly?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I know the Vestavia coaches had asked. I don't know what the rule was. He was basically had a leg in and was laying on top. I don't think he got up before the time ran out.
They have awarded a point to Campbell to tie the score. And if that stays, we will have overtime.
Yeah, you're right, Graham.
And I believe he's going to take the point away. We apologize, we don't know the name of the officials here. I believe he is going to remove that point, and that means that Stenger will be the winner. But we'll hold it right here before we make that official.
Coach is still pleading his case.
Yeah.
Both coaches standing there with the officials. They have removed the point now off the scoreboard, so it does look like Stenger will be awarded the win for for James Clemens. I almost got the school wrong there.
Still calling
I still had him over there at the wrong school.
Okay, so Don, what are the officials talking about now?
They shouldn't be talking anymore. They should have wrapped this case up.
No, I think that was over. Yeah, they took it back off.
Stenger the victory, and a nice hug there between the two wrestlers.
Yeah, good sport.
You know, they have certainly battled in the past.
Stinger's one of the nicest kids I've met wrestling too. He's a great kid, so I'm happy for him right there.
And he is a joyous one across the way. So congratulations to Stenger, Duke, and Green, the champions of the 220. I don't think he gets points, by the way, for that takedown, but he will get a medal here momentarily, as will the winners in the 195-pound class, and we'll go to the podium and get their awards.
Third place, David Norris, Montgomery Catholic. Second place, Jonathan Hagler, Leeds. First place, Josh Hart, St. Clair County. Fifth place, or fifth in 5A, fourth place, Griffin Dunn, Arab. Third place, Lee Edge, Southside Gadsden. Second place, David Langston, Fort Payne. First place, Charles Chapel, Benjamin Russell. 6A. In sixth place, Chris Young Peruzic, Smith Station. Fifth place, Tracy Kendall, Huntsville. Fourth place, Randy Hooks, Auburn. Third place, Stephen DeSaro, Grissom. Second place, Micah Hatley, Bob Jones. And first place, Alex Shinara of Hoover. Now, let's meet your heavyweights. He was a runner-up in 2012 from Tallahassee with a 41-1 record, Jesse Rowland. From St. James with a 35-9 record, Brad Murray. With a 54-9 record from Southside, Austin Snyder. With a 53-7 record from Arab, Jacob Spencer. And with a 49-14 record from Thompson, TJ Rayam. And with a 34-7 record from Vestavia Hills, Jihad Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wrestle.
Well, we are still trying to verify just the significance of this 5A matchup here for Jacob Spencer and Arab against Southside and Austin Snyder. We're not sure what the team totals are. We'll try to get that here and let you know. Obviously, it's important, but what it means for Arab if they can get a victory here.
I don't think it's going to change that much. I think Arab's got it wrapped up. I really do.
And I think the same is true with St. James and Tallahassee.
Yeah.
I believe St. James has already wrapped it up, even though you got two wrestlers going against each other. So Murray and Rowland, again, you got the same colors, but Murray is the one without the coloring on the front of his uniform. That is St. James, and then Rowland from Tallahassee. Again, two wrestlers that have gone against each other several times this year. The 5A with Snyder and Spencer. Spencer, the one from Arab. He is in white. And then TJ Rayam from Thompson and Jihad Jackson from Vestavia Hills in the 6A matchup. Rayam with the T on his back in black.
I got a senior in Jackson here versus a freshman in Rayam from Thompson. So haven't seen many freshmen up in the upper weight classes today. Kind of rare to see a freshman heavyweight.
Again, Arab and St. James looking like they are going to be state champions, and of course Thompson also, as we shift real quick to 5A where Spencer's in control.
Yeah, Spencer got his 3 near fall there, but drove out of bounds there by Snyder. Snyder did a good job of being able to get himself out of bounds there. A short time on the clock, 8 seconds left in this first period.
Already the other two matches have gone to the second period. And the end of the first period for the 5A match. Meanwhile, 6A, Jackson. Did he get a takedown? I couldn't tell.
He was already in control, and he just kept control. Well, this would be big right here for Vestavia to take some points where Thompson would be expecting him.
Jackson trying to get the roll on Rayam. There's the pin. We'll have to check the score on those two. I believe Thompson, though, had enough to have already clinched the championship, but we'll verify.
Yeah, I think they did too. It was close.
Meanwhile, back to 5A, the Spencer-Snyder matchup. And Snyder's reversed his position so far. He's down 5-0. But trying to change that here as he's on top.
All heavyweight medalists, please report.
And meanwhile, on the 1A, 4A, Matt Murray and Rowland. Do we call it sparring? I don't know.
That's more of your traditional heavyweight match down there than the 5A and 6A we were watching.
I was going to say, you don't see much of what we saw in these, especially the 6A. That's a rare one.
Yeah, this is more like what you used to see in here with Mr. Rowland and Mr.
Rowland
Murray.
has his back to you right now. That is Murray facing you.
Nice little slide by there. He's got to get him to the mat, though.
He does.
And he does. Roland does have the lead, 3-0, as they finish the second period. Things have slowed a bit on the 5A mat. Spencer trying to get away from Snyder and can't. Snyder holding on. They have 10 seconds to go in their second period. Spencer in white with a 5-0 lead as they will go now to the third period. 15 seconds into the third period of 1A, 4A, and still a 3-0 lead for Roland. Again, Roland's the one on top.
I gave up on that wrist a little early there. I had a good chance of turning and just kind of gave up and went back on the other side.
And we'll shift over to 5A now as they start the final period. Spencer from ARAB leading 5-0.
Being very cautious, very cautious.
Roland maintaining on the 1A, 4A mat over Murray. That's now 4-0. And an escape for Snyder. And now trying for the takedown.
He was out. He had that right foot all out of bounds, just barely.
He will get a point.
But they're going to give Flea in the mat on ARAB, it looks like.
Yeah.
So back to 1A, 4 as they sort out the scoring there.
Actually, Southside is better off with getting that 1 point. Now he can take him down and get 2.
Take him
That's
down
right.
again, that's correct.
Yeah.
Roland now
Instead of having to let him up.
Correct.
will finish off the 1A, 4A as the clock expires. Jesse Rowland of Tallahassee. And bittersweet the fact that Tallahassee has won the 2 matchups against St. James directly today, but in the team standings they're going to finish second. So back to 5A to finish out the day on the mat. Spencer and Snyder against Spencer in white. Spencer has the lead. 5-2, less than a minute left.
Spencer's just got to wrestle smarter. He's got a 3-point lead.
Yeah. He's been warned once for stalling.
Yeah, even if he gives up a takedown, he's still got a 1-point lead.
Yeah. So he just gave up the 1 point.
Just gave
stalling.
up the stalling. I thought he pushed him out of bounds. Now he definitely can't give up a takedown. He's got to keep circling inside. Seconds.
15 seconds.
He's going to run out of time.
Snyder's in deep.
His head's in the middle, though.
Yep, left his head down.
And that did it. That gave him 2 points. And the win. Jacob Spencer, the winner at the 285 weight class for ARAB. And unless something that I don't know about has changed, ARAB should be our state champion in 5A.
Yeah. I think you're right there, brother.
And I believe we're going to head over and get a couple of presentations on the podium to our left, so we'll go there now.
Arthur Frawley, St. James. Second place, Cody Deason, corner. First place, Levi Braun, St. Clair County. In fourth place, Drew Ware of Fort Payne. Third place, Ryan Harris, ARAB. Second place, Matthew Franco, Scottsboro. First place, Jonathan Duke, Pinson Valley. Sixth place, Brandon Holland, Smith Station. Fifth place, Lloyd Time of Oak Mountain. Fourth place, Peyton Demos, Huntsville. Third place, Daniel McCall, Carver, Montgomery. Second place, Dalton Campbell, Vestavia Hills. First place, Ryan Stinger, James Clemens.
So that takes care of the 220-pound first, second, third place finishers. I guess they also do fourth and fifth over there as well. So congratulations to all the winners, not just these on the podium today, but all of them for their victories today here at the Von Braun Center here in Huntsville. And now they'll switch places with the heavyweights, the 285, and they will hand out the awards for this final group as we close out what's been a very exciting day here of wrestling at the AHSAA State Championships.
Some great overtime matches, a couple pins in the finals. Don't usually see many of those. Great day of wrestling, great weekend of wrestling, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
And again, if you'd like to have a copy of this championship event, go to the website ahsaa.playonsports.com and order yours. Again, DVDs available for the 2013 State Championship Wrestling Tournament here in Huntsville.
They always put on a good show here in Huntsville. It's been the best place they've ever had the state tournament.
Coaches,
and they do a great job, and we'll get into that as we finish out our trophy winners. Of course, a lot of these folks, particularly with the HSAA, they jump out of wrestling and go into the basketball playoffs next week. So
yeah.
No rest for
in
the weary.
1A through 4A, fourth place, Kevin Murray, Calera.
It's a busy time for him.
Third place, Blaze Brown, Aniana. Second place, Brad Murray, St. James. First place, Jesse Rowland, Tallahassee. In 5A, fourth place, Trey Kinney, Moody. Third place, Tyler Holzenbeck, McAdory. Second place, Austin Snyder, Southside Gadsden. First place, Jacob Spencer, Arab. Sixth place, Corey Tonini, Grissom. Fifth place, Melvin Gibbons, Bob Jones. Fourth place, Darius Pryor, Carver, Montgomery. Third place, Daniel Adkins, Gardendale. Second place, TJ Ram, Thompson. First place, Jahad Jackson, Vestavia Hills. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we need ballots turned in. So that'll give you.
All right, we are about ready to watch our trophy presentation for the team champions. I believe they also hand out some MVP awards for each classification, so we will see that momentarily. So why don't we take a quick break, and we'll be back with those presentations in a moment here in Huntsville.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
First, let's start first with best match 1A through 4A. Winner of best match,
was between Jamario Howard and Blake Boschel, the 132-pound final. Presenting the best match trophy, Alvin Briggs from the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association. Blake, are you here? Here he comes. There he comes. There's Blake. He deserves to be recognized. We'll wait on you. Nice shoes, Blake. All right, most pins. With 2 pins in 3 minutes, 47 seconds from Tallahassee, Josh Epperson. All right, we got a tie in the most outstanding wrestler category. So they're going to have 2 winners in the Jim Jeffries most outstanding wrestler category. So we got 1 plaque. We'll get the other one in the mail to you. So winners of the Jim Jeffries most outstanding wrestler, Ty Barnett and Josh Epperson. We could make them wrestle for it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the runner-up team trophy. Presenting the runner-up team trophy for 1A through 4A. With 91 points, Tallahassee. Your champions, St. James with 107.5. Oh, we're going to get a team picture. Smile for the camera. All right. Let's get to 5A. Best match in the 145-pound final. Devontae Stamps and Hayden Riles. We got Hayden. Is Devontae here? He's coming. And Mr. Stamps. Congratulations, gentlemen. For most pins, I enjoy this one. This young man was born when I was just a student in his dad's class. With 3 pins, 5 minutes, 45 seconds. From Arab, J.D. Henderson. And again, we have another tie for the Jim Jeffries Most Outstanding Wrestler Award in 5A. This tie goes to Brendan Womack of Scottsboro and J.D. Henderson of Arab. Y'all want to wrestle for it? That'd be a great match. They'll wrestle. We'll let Mr. Tolbert, he'll officiate. All right, Miss Wanden's out there to present the runner-up. We'll hit a few scores real quick. The 5th place team was Pinson Valley. 4th place was Benjamin Russell's. 3rd place was Southside Gadsden. And your 2nd place team with 130 points, Scottsboro. Good job. Way to go, Scottsboro. And out to present the state champions, Coach Steve Savarese and Coach Alvin Briggs. Your champions with 144 points, the Arabian Knights. Okay. In 6A, best match was the 160-pound final. Nick Weldon of Clay Chalkville and Cayman Holder of Thompson. We got one more. Here he comes. All right. Most pins with 4 pins in 8 minutes and 31 seconds from Hewitt-Trustville, Marcus Elkins. We got a 3-way tie for the Jim Jeffries Most Outstanding Wrestler in 6A. From Hewitt, Marcus Elkins, Oxford, Jordan Simpson, and Thompson, Nick Hall. I say we 3-way wrestle it. Little battle royale. Congratulations, gentlemen. Now for the runner-ups. We'll run through a few. Bob Jones was in 5th place, Grissom in 4th, Hewitt in 3rd. Your 2nd place team with 189 points, Vestavia Hills. Vestavia, if y'all will slide over to the 6A mat for your team photo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your state champion. Does this make 2? How many? How many? Your 3rd in a row, Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Alabama High School Athletic Association, our appreciation is expressed to our corporate partners, Cadence Bank, Coca-Cola, Encore, Farmers Insurance, Russell, Team IP, and Wilson. Also a big thank you to the Von Center staff for all of their help, and a big thank you to the Huntsville Sports Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate everyone coming out. Please drive home safe. Good night or good afternoon. God bless. My name's Matthew Schmitz. I enjoyed being here with you all weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next year right back here in Huntsville.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.